we can be early when we're getting into the nitty gritty. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
hey, everyone, welcome to All About the Joy. As always, Cynthia and I, we in the green room talking way too deep. And I was like, you know what? We need to go online and just have this conversation. The
Yes.
boys will come on if they come on at the regular time. It's no big deal. Okay.
Don't forget the chat.
Oh, yeah. All right. The thing is, if I have the time, right, I don't like having to work. You know what I mean? Like,
We just want to have fun.
I just don't want to remind me when other people might be on so I can look, because if I put the chat on, I don't see the people coming on. Is the chat on now? Nope.
No.
Okay, wait. Chat overlay. Oh, Tony's here saying hi already. That's so funny.
Look at that. Hey,
He's so
Tony.
cute. Tony, I got your text message. All I'm saying is business. Is business. That's all. It's business. That's my answer to your text. It's business. I ain't spoiling you. It's business. Okay. So, all right, wait. I said the chat, and then I guess I can see them in the chat. Okay, I can only see the chat here. Whatever. Okay, so just to back up for people who don't know what we were just talking about in the green room, I bought a new phone. And I had an Android. And it's so funny because I was watching Ted went on with Tony and Brian the other day, I guess yesterday. And I was like, oh, let me go check them out, whatever. It was after the replay. You know what I mean? Like after they did it. And I'm like, this is the most boring conversation. And they're talking about phones. So here we are talking about phones. So you and I are both Android users. And by the way, I think it's 70% of the world are on Android phones. This whole iPhone fetish craziness is really in America, mostly.
People don't understand is that a lot of the Apple phones have Android parts in them.
Well, I mean, look at this point, it's Coke and Pepsi. It doesn't even.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, nobody has to win or whatever. It's like whatever you're comfortable with. I'm not a Mac person. I don't do Apple stuff. It's not for any other reason that I grew up on Windows. I don't know what to say. Like I use a Mac at two of my different clients' and it is different, but at the end of the day, it's Coke and Pepsi. I don't care. But it's a weird thing. Like if you're not an Apple user, there's like, okay, that's what I think you're always afraid of is like, I mean, they get a new phone. They're all, remember back in the day, they'd be in line and shit.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it'd be crazy.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, crazy. So no, for me, you know what? This is the chat here. I want to see when so I can't close this and put this up? Yes, I can. Okay. Sorry, I was just trying to see. Anyways, you'll have to come in the back room and see this at some point. I'll have you log in as the admin so you could check it out. Hey, Sadie, how are you? Nice to see you here. Thank you for always stopping by. Okay, so I've had a Samsung 8, which is what Cynthia has, right now.
The Note 8, yeah, the Galaxy Note 8.
You have the Galaxy Note 8. Okay, I just had the 8. Oh, I didn't know you had the Note.
Yeah.
It's a little bit bigger. That's not the S8.
Yeah, it's a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's a little bit different then. Okay, I can't help you with that. Then you should probably, if you're good. Okay, anyways, let me just go with my story. Then I bought the Samsung 20 plus 5G or whatever, and I've loved that phone. And my phone is in perfect condition. Tony just said she said that last week, Carmen. What? That you have the
Note? Phone.
The Note?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm a busy lady. I don't remember everybody's particulars. All right. I don't know. Okay. So Cynthia is against buying a new phone, and I'm with her 100%. Until that phone is dead, you don't need to buy a new one. However, okay. If your phone is not putting in the patches and the updates and doing the things that need to be done, I get nervous about it. Now, I have a lot of stuff that I use my phone for, and also my personal stuff. I mean, your phone is a computer. That's basically what it is. You know what I mean?
It is.
So I went the other day and I upgraded my phone the other day. I got it delivered to me, and then I spent yesterday, I thought it was going to be like an hour or two doing it myself.
4 hours?
No, I was at the store this morning. So I went to the store and I was like, I can't finish, and I don't know, and it was just annoying. But they did it. It was fine. It's fine. Here's my thing. So I'm trying to convince Cynthia that she needs to upgrade because my phone was free.
Yeah.
And hey, Melanie, how are
Hey,
you?
Mel.
Melanie, we love Melanie. And I'm concerned. Yes, you were saying what about why you don't want to do it. I think that's interesting.
Yes.
You don't want to
So,
upgrade, even though your phone is extremely old and needs an upgrade.
yeah, I mean, like I said, it does everything I needed. It calls, it texts, and we can do the video, everything like that. The thing is that I don't use my phone for everything. Like I said, I have our computer and my computer at work. I'll do all my personal stuff because we have all the security stuff on there. My phone, you can't always trust it. I think technology is changing every day. There's always glitches, things like that. So,
Hey,
hey,
Mario, welcome.
Hey,
How you doing?
I'm okay. How you guys doing?
Doing good. We talk about phones. I'm trying to convince sis to buy a new phone, but
Oh
because
yeah, it's time to come on over.
I'm gonna so here's something I need you to do. We're gonna turn you down a little bit because editing you was my
No, let me
main.
let me turn my microphone down. Hold on
Yeah,
my
if you turn it
phone.
down just a little bit. I was like it's so funny because I get mad at Tony for mumbling. And then the other day I was like cursing Mario up and down in the editing bay. I was like, oh my God, this is so loud. It's because I don't know what I'm doing. Still. I've decided that editing is just not my thing. I think that's okay for it not to be my thing. You know what I mean?
That's all right.
So, are you an iPhone person, Mario, or Sam's or Android?
I'm an Android person.
See, just all the cool people are. I'm just throwing that out there.
Just saying, I'm an Android person.
Right, right. Here's another Android person coming up. Hey, Rick. Can we? Oh, wait. Can you speak up a little bit? Because you were also a little bit too low last week.
Android rules, iPhone rules.
Put your volume up, please. Thank you, baby. Please. Melanie did say I did watch the replay of last week. Very interesting. Oh, she watched The Boys. Was it The Boys? No. Well, I don't even remember last week because I'm editing something different. So I don't remember, Melanie, which one
We
it
were all
was.
on. But Melanie wasn't here last week.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Well, she was
she was
probably
busy.
working now.
Yeah. She was
Yeah.
busy.
Okay. Are you guys all settled, my people?
Am I
Mario,
good?
you good?
My level's better now?
Yeah,
Put it
Rick, I
louder?
don't
Rick,
know why
you still a little low.
he's so low.
Wait a minute. Maybe it's my computer. Hold on.
He's only been doing this for 8 years every day straight.
Yeah, but it's so weird because the computer just changes the volume of the. Yep. Hold on. You have to blast it now. Hold on.
Okay. Mario, how you doing? Mario?
Can you hear us?
Test 1, 2, 3.
Mario?
Test.
Mario.
You can't hear us?
What
Isn't
happened to you? You turned down your volume and now you can't hear us?
Dun, dun, dun.
Wow.
Hello, hello. Do you hear me now? Is it better?
I can hear you.
Is it good? I hear typing.
I'm
Wait, how
typing to Mario because I
Oh,
don't know what
you
he's
are doing it.
doing.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on. You said I was too
Oh, we
loud.
can hear you.
Oh,
Oh,
you
I
hear
was
We
trying
can
to
us?
use
hear
my
you.
headset. I was trying to use my headset. That way I won't be so loud.
No. Put on your headset. But can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's just
You know what?
I'm like,
You're fine. You know what? Put your headset on. I didn't mean to make it that big of a deal.
no, is that better? I just turned it down. Let's see.
I'm gonna turn you
Anything?
down over here. Let me see if I can turn you down over here. Go ahead.
Oh, rude.
How rude. It doesn't matter because it records however it's gonna record. So
Okay.
it's all
Tomato,
good.
tomato. Tomato, tomato.
Your mama, whatever.
Oh, okay, it's fine. Okay, I'll just do the best I can. I'm just kidding. Okay, so we're back to talking about. Okay, so Cynthia was saying one of the reasons why she doesn't want to do it is because technology changes all the time. Blah blah blah. I totally hear you, but your phone is ancient, and you're not getting the tech updates, and I know you say you don't use it all the time, but did you see those articles I sent you? I sent her a whole bunch of articles to scare her after death. It's like
She's like, "Can
leaving
you
your
upgrade,
front door
please?"
open. What?
It's like
She's
this
like, "Can you
long.
upgrade, please?"
I'm just concerned. I even offered to send her my phone.
Well, let me just tell you, the benefits of an Android is that you don't constantly need to upgrade your phone. If you
No,
have a
she
good,
has an Android.
but how old is it?
It's an S8. It's
No, it's a
really old.
Galaxy Note 8.
But it's still 8. It's the Series 8. It doesn't
It's
matter.
basically like 10 years
Okay.
old.
In her defense, an 8 still works. I just got rid of my 8 just like a year ago.
It does still work, but they're not after 4 to 5 years, they don't do the patches and upgrades. So you
But you know
lose
what's
that
funny?
security.
Is that my husband has a Galaxy Note 9, which is newer than mine, and he has more problems with his phone than I do.
Listen, the S20 and anything, I'm telling you,
I have a
there's no
24.
problems at all with these phones. That whole idea that they were glitching back in the day and a pain, and it doesn't happen no more. Like that's
And
how
then
far away you are in the background of
and just for those people who are on Apple phones, just to let you know, they're using Samsung products now.
that's what Cynthia was saying. I'm like,
Yeah.
we don't need to get into a fight with the Apple people. It's okay. Like
It's
they
okay.
can do what
Woo,
they
woo.
do. I know, right?
It's not
Okay.
like it's a
I
cult
wasn't
or
expecting
anything.
all of you to come on. Oh, I guess it is 6:00. We were gonna have this long conversation about our phones, and I was gonna convince her, but I guess it's not gonna happen.
Well, I think you were
Just
trying to
look,
say that
just
you're
do
more.
her like she did Tony. Just send her one.
Yeah, exactly. You're much more vulnerable to viruses and attacks and everything because your phone literally cannot update to the latest things to protect you from it. So it's a risk.
He's talking right.
Yeah, and I think the fact that you don't use it for all the things, I totally get it. She just uses it to text and make phone calls or whatever, but they're still able to grab all that information. And that's why sometimes you'll be like, I can't see Joy. It's because your phone can't probably take the capacity of the stream. I mean, it's fine. I'm not going to make you buy something. Of course, I can't do that to you. But technology is every 3 or 4 years. So
Yeah.
the other thing I've done, and look, it's just the way it is. We have to get used to that. It's not like back in the day when our parents bought something and it lasted till they bought it when we were 2 and then they gave it to us when we were leaving for college. You know what I mean? Like, because it still works, it just doesn't work that way anymore. And I don't think that's a bad thing. It's just that its technology is a constant ongoing thing and they get better and smarter. And I think it's unfortunate that you're not using your phone to do so many other things that I use it for. I find it really invaluable. I use my phone more than my laptop.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, because I have my desktop, but I'm saying when I'm traveling around and stuff and working with my clients, it's just so much easier to pull up all these things, because I have the access there. But it's not even about that. I'm more concerned, like Rick said, about the security situations. And here's the bigger problem that I have with Cynthia not wanting to get a phone. So I just bought the new phone and it's free because it's the S24 that I'm getting, and they're coming with the next
The 25.
the next whatever. So this is like the old version now. So it's free and they'll give you a free one. It wasn't free. Let me back up. It is free, but you have to pay the upgrade fee, which was like $50, and then you have to pay the taxes for your state. So it cost me like $102 or something. So, but that wasn't the monthly thing or whatever. Hey, Tony.
What's happening, Tony?
I noticed something so funny and weird.
I'm trying to call LinkedIn to get your comments to work, because this is ridiculous. What's up? How's everybody
You're
doing?
not calling LinkedIn. Are you really?
Over the U and the Suarez. Suarez.
Suarez.
Listen to this.
You know what? I told you last week I did reach out to our people here at Restream, my personal concierge Den, who always is my person, which I'm appreciative of. And it's not them. It's LinkedIn. It's not. It's the interface with LinkedIn, and they've been having problems with other people. So I'm not going to be mad about it. You know what I mean? I'm mad about it because we have so many followers on LinkedIn, but I think I have people who watch the replay more. What is he doing?
He's on hold.
No,
he's not on hold. He put the phone in.
I was going to say something and I can't get it in. Can I say it now?
Yes.
You can say it now.
I just noticed something. All the men are wearing white shirts and the women are wearing black shirts.
Get into it.
We did it on purpose. We did it on
Get
purpose.
into it. Poppy Collins.
Yeah. So how's everyone doing? Let's go around and find out how your week was. Let's start with Tony. Go ahead, Tony. How was your week?
I got to get
Besides
my
your boring thing with Ted and Brian that I watched today, bored out of my mind. Look at his face.
You ain't gonna be talking about our broadcast like that, okay?
I was waiting for him because you guys were teetering where he was like, you have gone, you've left me. We were on hiatus, and I was like, say something about All About the Joy. Go ahead, say something, Ted. I was gonna go after him.
You silly. What's up, Cynthia? What's up, Mario? What's up, Rick? Jamal, what's good, bro? How you living and all that good stuff? Hey, Carmen, how you doing?
Wow.
Jamal. That's
Jamal, what's happening? What's happening, Jamal?
Wow. Okay.
I see a hand pop out in a minute and go like this.
Oh, Cynthia.
Hey, yo,
Welcome
Mario,
to the garden.
Cynthia's done. We're gonna let go of her.
Oh, wow.
Sadie, how you doing? Melanie, how you doing?
Alma.
Hey,
Alma, how
Alma.
you doing? There's my
She's
buddy.
sick.
Hey,
Say,
Alma. Hi,
tell her to
Alma.
get better. Tell her to feel better. She's sick
Feel better.
upstairs.
Feel better.
Feel better.
Feel better.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, girl. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, Tony, how was your week?
So far, so good. Actually had to stay home today. Wasn't feeling 100%, so I did take it kind of safe. A little bit more fatigued than normal, and I say it like that on purpose because if anything feels off, I just can't. It won't be the best. I've actually gone to work and gotten exhausted on the job, so I did stay home today. I picked up my son. I was just laying him down. He actually went to sleep early. I took him out to dinner. He was slam full. Daddy, I'm tired. I know. I'm just waiting. I'm just sitting here waiting. He said, Daddy, wake up in 10 minutes. No problem. 15 minutes later, you want to go to bed? Okay. Yep. Come on. Get in the bed. Get him full.
He's not sick though, right? You're not going to give anything to him.
He's actually full. I took him out to dinner. He got full off, and then he ate everything. So proud of him for that. Make sure they get a full stomach. Go to bed about 3 hours later. They're tired.
So do you think you had, on a scale of 1 to 10, how was your week so far from last Thursday to today? 1 to 10.
A little bit of a twist 2 days ago, but I'm okay.
1 to 10, so a 5?
7.
I think that's a good week.
It is a good week because I'm able to go through whatever it is that I'm going through, but
you don't want to share that to everyone watching? Right
now because I got too many people up in here trying to find my personal business out any damn way. So the hell with them, mind your own business, get your own life and all that good stuff. Okay.
Okay.
Wow. I'm sorry.
Go ahead and dislike the video. Go ahead, hit dislike.
He did that. I did not say that.
No, you know what? It's fine. I don't care. Well, okay, good. A 7 is still good. That's a good day. That's a
7
good
is
day.
good. Shout out to Rick when we did the X-Men 97 broadcast. Rick, that was fun. I appreciate it.
You know what? I didn't watch it. I'm so sorry. Rick actually let me know. I know I wasn't You know what? I would rather have watched. I forgot. I would have rather watched that than what I watched today with you, the three of you talking about whatever. Boring.
Yeah, we got more views on that video than all my other X-Men videos. So thank you, Tony.
So Tony is your man.
Oh, I don't know about that now. Hold on.
Yeah, we don't know about all that.
See, why does that mean that to you? That says more about you than me. I'm just saying he's your man. He brought you some.
Yes,
he's my boy.
He's saying that's your dude. That's your homie. That's what she's saying. That's your brother.
Why are you making it all weird?
Sounds weird.
I wasn't even thinking like that.
I wish you, Rick. We good. You already know.
All right, I will go check it out. I you know, I'm not going to listen to it, but I will go and like it and make sure that because I don't care about that stupid anime. I watched it because they told me to, and I hated it.
That is not anime.
I said animation. I cut it short. I know what it is. It's not interesting to me. But everyone who likes X-Men 97 should go watch Rick Costa's show where he talks about every single episode. And I hated the show, but they all loved it. And it was ranked in the top, I think, 20 on IMDb of shows this year.
So I'm going to need you to like what we like so we can carry the conversation and draw the audience in the process the same way you want us to watch and like what you like and watch.
And it got nominated for an Emmy.
I just promoted it.
You did. I'm proud of you. I am so proud of you, Carmen.
Why are you trying to diss it? You know
you have such a special place right here with me. You don't even know.
I hate you. You know what? I'm not inviting you no more. I'm not inviting you no more. This is
until next week.
Until next week.
Until next week.
Okay, Rick, how was your week? Okay,
By the
Rick's
way,
turn.
Then 3 days before, she's like, I don't know. I really don't know.
I
Okay,
don't know
Cynthia,
why I invite
yes.
you anyway, but go ahead. All right, Rick, go ahead, baby.
by the way, it also got nominated for an Emmy. Just saying, just putting that out there. Just saying.
Mm.
Absolutely.
So hey, still dealing with this, so that's fun.
So
It
people who
really
are listening to the
sucks.
podcast, Rick is walking with a cane.
Yes, I am, and it is not fun. It's so funny because there's like a little spot where it's a little bit narrow, and I always like my mom always takes so long to go through that little spot, and I'm like, just walk through, and I'm like, now that I'm using this, I get it now. I get it now. You can't walk fast. You just gotta be careful, and it's like I will never take for granted walking again.
Mm.
It's not even bringing out the garbage. I'm like, I'm bringing it out. This bag is too dang heavy. Like, gee, I had 2 bags. Woo, that was hurting. But
So
I had
do you
to
want to
it.
do a quick review as to why you're walking with a cane?
So I had to bring my mom to an appointment.
Mhm.
Got in the car, got ready to put it in the reverse, and suddenly I'm surrounded by wasps. And
So
update,
random.
I had to bring her to her doctor's appointment the next week, and in between on my side, the 2 doors, there was a wasp nest. That's where they came from.
In the car?
Ooh.
In the car.
You left the windows open, didn't you?
No, I have no
Wow.
explanation.
Hello.
They might have come
So
from underneath.
I don't know. Yeah. So I used my cane to knock it out at the doctor's office. I know that was mean, but anyway.
Oh my God.
I
And
would
then
go to Walmart and get a fogger and fog the
yeah,
heat out of that car
yeah.
just in case.
So yeah. So what happened was the wasps, I was surrounded by wasps, freaked me out because my mom always told me when you got stung, the doctor said you're allergic. And I'm like, but you never gave me an EpiPen. So are you sure I'm allergic? But I still had that in the back of my mind. So I'm surrounded by wasps. So naturally, I don't want to die from a bug. I jump out the car. The ground was wet from having been rained just a little bit
Sorry.
ago. I find myself on the ground. I don't even remember the whole process of falling. All of a sudden, I'm on the ground. Knee is like, ah. My mom's like, what's the matter? I said, I fell. I don't know if I can get up. I need that beep thing falling and I can't get up. Managed to get up, still went to the appointment, which was crazy, but she had to like help me in the thing. Anyway, and I've been just walking with a cane ever since. First with a walker. I couldn't even do the cane at first. But now
I just want to say, even if you weren't allergic to wasp stings, nobody wants to get stung by wasps because
At all.
especially that many, if there was a nest in your car door, you know what I mean? Like,
I was telling a customer of mine, and she said that this was a long time ago. She was jogging and she sat on a bench and she didn't see there was a wasp nest on the bench. She took off running and she got 40 stings.
oh yeah, they don't play because they think they're being attacked. They're protecting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
40.
Crazy.
Okay, but you're doing better.
Slowly. Being 54 sucks. This healing is very slow.
Okay, Mario, how was your week, baby?
It's been somewhat uneventful, but between Alma and Marissa, they've been sick over the last few weeks. So like Alma was sick, then she got better, then Marissa got sick, then she got better, then Alma got sick again.
No.
So we've been flip-flopping. They've been playing tag, and I'm saying not it. So I'm staying over here.
Right.
Over here minding my business. And
With some hand sanitizer.
Yeah, and making sure they're good and making sure everybody's taken care of and fed and, spiritually fed and, physically fed. Everybody's good. So
1 to 10 since last week?
Was it a 10?
Well, I said 1 to 10.
1
What
to
would
10.
you
She
rate
wants
it?
you to pick.
Meh, 5.
Okay, Rick, I didn't ask you. I forgot. I'm sorry. Rick, what's your scaling?
I'll be 5, but that's being generous because there was other issues, but we ain't gonna get into that. So.
Do you want to talk about the other issues?
Oh, you're welcome,
No.
baby.
Oh, Alma just said in the chat, he's been awesome. Thanks, honey.
Whatever.
That's just my jealousy. Hey, you keep messing with me about Jamal. I'm gonna keep messing with you about your wife when she all creamy and sweet and dorky. Okay? It's my jealousy. That's how we gonna do it.
I see a
That's my
shadow back
babe.
there.
There ain't no man in here today. Let me tell
There's
you.
a
Let me be
shadow. I
very
see a
clear.
shadow back there somewhere.
Let me be
no?
very, very clear. There is no one.
Mario had me tripping that one broadcast. Where he at? I think I see him over there. So when Mario had me
Let me
dying,
tell you, that clip was so funny. I was dying. It was so good. Cracking up. Okay, so 5, Rick, but you had some other stuff. You don't want to talk about the other stuff?
Well, yeah, because family. So we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, I don't know why. Is it me or is he just really low?
Oh, I could put
You.
myself higher.
I don't know why he's so low. Yeah.
Hello. Better. Any better? Hello.
You're good.
Jesse!
How you
Hey,
doing,
Jesse, how are you?
Thank you, Jesse.
Nice to see you. Oh my God. Alma just said no one hiding. You sure?
You ain't sure.
Positive. Not today. No blushing, no nothing.
Okay, good.
Cynthia, how was your week? How is your new job? We're in week 5, right?
Week 4.
Week 4.
Yeah.
Week 4.
It's actually a
how's
lot
it
better.
going?
It's a lot better.
Okay.
I got some more training, so now I feel comfortable doing some stuff, and it's good. I actually feel good going in.
I see dead people.
So you're excited about,
I am.
I know, right? I see dead people, but you're excited now. So you had told me last week, or I don't know when, you had said that you were going to go into a different lab area and you were excited about
Yes.
seeing dead
So
people.
actually last Friday when we had the whole cyber thing, we
Yes.
couldn't do much work because of the computers.
Right.
So the lab, they still had their machines going, so they needed help. So they took like 4 of us, and we went into the lab and we started helping them like fill out a lot of the slides and stuff like that. But I got to see a lot of stuff.
So you're excited, right? This is part of your
You see
dream.
her
And
eyes
it's
got all
coming
big. She
true.
said, I see a lot of stuff.
I know, right? Because she knows I don't want to hear what that stuff is. That's why she's being cool about it. But Cynthia, I just want to say this is kind of, we're watching you fulfilling your dream. It's kind of cool.
I'm so excited.
Right?
Yes.
Look at her teething. She's like she got like the Cheshire cat type of smile. She's grinning. Just
You know what? I think it's kind of cool. She's been wanting this for a long time. I'm sorry I'm talking about you in third person, but I'm so proud of her because there were so many setbacks, as there always is when you're trying to take that foot forward, that, there's like 3 steps forward, 10 steps back thing happening.
Yes.
And, I tried to help her. Other people tried to help her or whatever. And then at the end of the day, she actually went and did it herself. And I'm just so proud of her. You know what I mean?
That's
Like, it's
it.
kind of just a beautiful thing. I'm really proud of you.
Thank you.
Congratulations,
Thank
man.
you.
And here's the thing. I look forward to when you move on to the next step from this place, because this is just the beginning part. And I'm just I'm just so proud of you. I'm sorry. That's just like a little family love. I'm just really proud. I just so happy for you, So I will tell you a couple things on my end. My beautiful car got hit and
Oh no.
so upset. And on the passenger side, I wasn't in the car. It was just there. Jesse just said, congrats, chase those dreams. Exactly, Jesse, exactly.
And thank you, Alma.
And Alma said, so happy for you. So everyone knows I have a car that's 20 years old. It's a Honda Civic Hybrid. It's one of the originals. I love my car. It's old school. It's in mint condition. It only has 68,000 miles on it, and I've had it since 2004. So it's a car that
anywhere.
What?
And you only have 68,000 miles on it?
He hasn't driven that car anywhere.
Because I live where I work, so I literally walk to my client's home, and I have 3 other clients that I drive to, but it's not that big. What?
Said you can walk everywhere from your house.
And I also walk to the grocery store, like unless I have to buy like bottles of water, then I'll drive my car. But, after I get like 24 bottles of water, I don't need to drive to the grocery store, So I don't love driving. I'm not going to lie to anybody here. It's not my thing. I also don't drive at night. Oh, Tony, you'll be happy to know this. So we went out to a client dinner the other night on Tuesday night. We went to this beautiful restaurant that I always go to. And I was taking out some staff people. And I turned around and I said, you know what? I have to go. My car service is here. And one of them at the table is like, "You're so bougie."
Yes.
Not your car service. You just didn't get an Uber.
I have a car service, which is, let me
Uh-huh.
explain what that is so you can
Take your
all,
time.
you
I know what a car service is. Thank you very much.
okay,
Take your
let me
time.
give you the
Explain for the
inside
poll
scoop.
people. Explain for the poll people.
For the pro people, for the commoners.
You know what's so funny? I am happy to explain how not to present as poor all the time. Let me
She sat in the
tell
back seat
you.
with her pinky like this.
Oh my God, you guys.
Do you have any
Do
great
you want to
poll?
learn something, or do you just want to keep dissing me? Let me
what's this?
just. Do you want to keep dissing me? Look at Tony, like,
Come on. Come on.
okay, here's the deal. Let me give you the deal. So you drive Uber or whatever, and if you ever do Uber Black, which I have done when I've gone to the airport, right? Uber Black is the premier one.
I've never
So-
heard of bougie. Go ahead.
It's not bougie, but if my
No,
client
Uber Black
pays
is not
for
bougie.
it, I'm
It's just
doing it.
it's just
It's not
like
bougie.
I
it's
ain't
like
never heard of
it's
Uber
like
Black.
what is it, like usually like a Suburban or something like that's a larger car and it's by yourself. It's usually black.
Yeah, and it's
And-
like, and they give you water, and it's like you have a
Yeah.
chauffeur. But if my client's paying for it, what do I care? You know what I mean?
You
Like
don't care. No, you don't care. That's true. That is very
they're
true.
the
Yes.
ones who send it. So if you talk to the drivers, they are more than happy to give you their personal card, their personal phone number, and they're like, if you ever need me in the future, whatever, I'd be happy to pick you up, whatever. And so I have a car service because I have two people who are Uber people who I call directly when I need a ride. That's the deal. So instead of paying them like the $30 or whatever it's going to be, and Uber takes half, and then you have to give them a
You
tip,
hook them up on. Yeah.
I just pay them cash. So
I'm proud of you, Carmen.
Which is smart
That's what
because you're comfortable with them and you know them.
That is you have hit a new level of cool, like you told me a couple of months ago.
but Tony, can I just say, a lot of things that you think is bougie is just me working the system and being able to work within the system I'm in here in Hollywood to be able to feel comfortable with the people who are just abusive about crap. Why are you doing this?
You're bougie. Keep going.
I thought
No, I'm just, but you can call me, listen, I can't tell you. That is like the crown on my
You know
head.
what?
Call me bougie
You
all you
know-
want. Honey, I
you know
was
what?
homeless. I grew up poor. If that's what you want to
You
call
told
me,
me. I
wow.
remember.
Listen, Carmen is not bougie. She is bougetto. Okay, get into it.
That's why you're my boy. That's why you're my boy.
What does that mean? Bougetto?
You bougie with a little bit of ghetto, so you bougetto.
That's right.
I'm just saying. Hey, Jesse just said I did that with the Boston cab drivers. Exactly. So you make a
But-
relationship.
I actually do compliment you for hooking up the drivers. A lot of people do that. The drivers are always like, if you need me, let me know. It's like when you have a constant bartender or a constant waiter, you got somebody that's available and they'll let you know whether they can make it or not. Definitely do that and hook them up instead of them having to split the money. I'm 100% with you.
But
on that.
that's how I do it all the time. I mean, everything. Look again, I'm not being dead serious. I crack up at the whole bougie thing because it was so funny. It's such a compliment to me. I know you're being funny about it, but I think when you are real with people, they will hook you up. You know what I mean?
That's
And
100%. And I can
even
tell
this restaurant we went to, it's called Ocean Prime. Mario, you know it, in Beverly Hills.
Yeah,
Ocean Prime.
yeah. Uh-huh.
And it's bling. There's no doubt about it. It is bling. And when I walked in, of course they know me and they're very nice to me. And the chef came over to the table. He don't do that to everybody or whatever.
I need to go with you.
You should tell. You want to have dinner with me? I would love to.
I would love to.
It is so beautiful. But here's the thing. So everybody at the table was like, how come? Why is chef coming over? Because they all like, the three of them are like,
Yeah, that's why.
but what?
It's the part in your hair. He's trying to get with you. That's why.
What is the
Oh
part?
my
No.
God.
Okay. Stop. Okay. But the reason why is because I have a relationship with that restaurant and I know them very well. And I always bring people there. And when I refer people to them, I tell them to use my name. There's a relationship there. You know what I mean? Whenever I have meetings with high profile people, I bring them to this restaurant.
Yeah.
So I get labeled as bougie, but bougie, if in my
No.
circumstance, is relationships that I am
No,
building.
what you're doing, that's different. That's networking
It
because
is networking. Thank you.
that's
That ain't the
networking.
bougie I be talking about. But go ahead.
Nah, that's not bougie. That's smart
So
because
what's the bougie you talking about, Tony?
Them
Mario,
high price ass hotel rooms you be going to.
oh my God, Mario, you were not here for this hotel room thing. I cannot talk about this, Mo.
what?
Carmen,
act.
just wait till
You
he
act.
sees and hears about our trip to Ireland.
Oh, did I CC you on the email she sent us? Okay, Tony. Cynthia and I are going to Scotland and Ireland. We're going in September of 2025. I mean, we're not. We're going in August. I have to be careful because I don't want people to come into my bougie home. Okay. No, we don't know yet. It's going to be around, it's next year sometime, whatever.
Next year-ish, somewhere.
Next year-ish, around August, September, October. Nothing's whatever, but it's bougie. She asked me, she's like, what kind of accommodations are you willing to do? No. Did you say coach? Because it can't even come out of my mouth. Like, I am not flying coach. Like, absolutely. I was like, Coco, what? No.
Not that long.
And then
That's
the
a long
hotel,
trip.
she's already started looking at it or whatever, and I was cracking up. She did, Cynthia, I'll forward it to you. She did send me, it's too early for us to be doing this, but we're doing it for a reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But she did send us some quotes and stuff. But yeah, look it, if you can prepare and save and do things in a way that you feel comfortable, why not do
100%.
that?
I agree with you. Yes.
Tony, I think you think I'm rich or something.
Do you really want me to get started on your?
Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's do this.
What the hell side of LA do you live on? What? Don't you live by the beach?
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Excuse me, Mark. Excuse me, Mark.
I don't need to say anything because Mario's going to tell you the truth. Go ahead.
Don't do that.
I asked him to hold on. You went down there to Aruba. Most people can't even afford to travel outside of the country. You talking about
I've been
going
to Aruba. What's your point? I'm poor.
I'm just. Can you give me a minute, please, bro? Can you get?
I'm not going to say a word. Mario's going to be my spokesperson.
That's why she want him here. She's so comfortable. Go ahead, Mario. Here already. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Mario. Go ahead, baby.
No, we picked on her because one time me and Brian were talking about coming out there, and she was like, "Y'all can get a nice little hotel about $400." And me and Brian said, "What?"
I never said $400 a night. I said I sent you. They were $540 a night. I remember.
It's even higher than we thought. Super bougie.
Here's the but. Okay, can I just say though, it said more about you than it did about me.
It said plenty about me. I ain't got money like that.
I know, but here's the thing. And I was trying to explain this. I don't know if it was you, Cynthia. I don't think it was you. I think it was somebody else. I was talking about having a poor mindset. Having a poor mindset.
Let me get my computer closer. Come on here.
I'm going to tell you. If you constantly don't understand that we grew up in a way that was always about limits, like limitations, not having enough, always having to scrounge. We are in a mindset where we don't see that we have the right, the possibility, and the ability to have whatever it is we want. And I'm going to tell you, when I switched, wait, no, I'm going to be dead of shit. I was told that there was somebody who said to me, it's somebody I don't respect and like anymore, so I'm not going to give them no credit, but they did say something that was really important to me. They said that I remember because they had value in what they said. They were the ones who told me stop having a poor mindset. If you're always worried about whether or not you can afford something or whether or not you belong somewhere, you're never going to make it in this town. It was an agent that I ended up not taking on as an agent because I thought they were pathetic. But it was a great learning lesson. I'll always give them credit for that because you know what? I deserve to be here. I deserve to work here. I deserve to live wherever I want. And I'll be honest with you, Tony, I live here because I believed I could. I live in the area I live in because I knew I could. And I never questioned it.
And her living by the beach is nothing because I live by the beach.
Right.
And I'm in Boston.
So do
I'm
I.
literally, hold on, Tony. You know I'm always on your side. Hold on. I live in Boston.
Wow,
you know, Boston
Cynthia,
is
my cousin Cynthia. Go ahead.
Boston is just as expensive as California.
We had
I
that
live
conversation.
literally not even a 5-minute walk to the beach.
I saw the email.
So you can't say, you know, where she lives, she's bougie or anything like that. No. If you want to live somewhere, if you want to go somewhere, you make plans, you budget out. No one's saying, from today or tomorrow, let's go fly to Vegas and blow all this money or whatever. No, you plan out everything. You budget out everything so that you can enjoy your life. You can enjoy the world. There are plenty of things to see and plenty of things to do. You shouldn't just always live your life in one place and just always dwell on what you coulda, shoulda, woulda. Just do it.
But Cynthia, honestly, and Tony, I'm not trying to mess with you. I'm just
No.
just trying to put perspective. Cynthia, you've known me all my life.
Mhm.
And you know where I live, you know how I live, you know what I own. Would you say, even in the smallest way, that I'm bougie?
No. Carmen's a very minimalist. Like, you walk into her place and you're like, okay, this is it.
Yep.
She doesn't live this luxury, lavish house and, all these $5 million cars. And no, you just heard her car is 20 years old. She lives with what she needs for every day.
I
If she
like
wants
that.
something,
Minimalist. I never thought of that.
if she wants something that costs $1,000 pair of shoes, if she really wants them, she's going to work hard and get them.
Yes,
Because
I understand that fully. I understand.
you know what I mean?
And because I don't waste money on bullshittery. Seriously, if half the time I sit down with people, whether it's very wealthy people in this town or even just regular people who are asking me to help them out, the amount of bullshit you people spend money on, like
You people.
when
I
I
know.
say you people, I mean
No, people in
who
general, because
who
people
are trying to
often
call
have
me
bad spending
bougie.
habits.
I'm just saying, like, I can go through the list. I'll give you a good example. Tony gonna get mad at me right now. I'm just gonna make an assumption. Tony gonna get mad. You know what I don't spend money on?
Food.
I don't go to fast food places, and I don't eat out all the time. And I eat out once in a while.
I believe
I have
in being
takeout
full.
once in a
I
while.
believe in being full.
Okay.
Yes.
Here's what I'm saying. I guess we know who's bougie then.
Do we call Brian and have him make you some pasta and send it to you?
One day. Now, I will admit my eating is a lot, but I've actually cut down on how much I spend on the food, even though I go out that much. I have actually done the comparison between me going out to eat and me buying groceries. It can and will be the same if you do 3 square meals a day, which is what most people don't do. Honestly, most people
So
do not.
you're eating out 3 times a day?
I can eat out 3 times a day. I can cook 3 times a day. I've done it. Take your time.
That's a lot.
Take your time. Yeah, and you know why? Because I do use up that much energy on a daily basis on my job.
But it's not good for your health.
It is good for my health because if you go to the bathroom, your health is fine.
Okay, stop. Alma just said we walk by faith and not by sight. I trust that if God gives me a dream, aspiration, goal, then I'm doing it. That's exactly it.
But
That's
that's
the
so
truth.
I'll share something because I think it's important. So what was it like, Cynthia? It was like 3 years ago. It was right after COVID, I think, whatever. I was doing really badly. I couldn't get work, whatever. And Cynthia turned around and hooked me up, and she was like, Carmen, I got you. Let me send you some. Let me help you. I'm sorry, Cynthia. Don't get mad. I know you don't.
It's okay.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what we do for, like, that's what you do. Like, it's not like I'm always living large or whatever, but especially during, it was before COVID though. It wasn't during COVID, right?
If I remember correctly,
It was right during COVID.
It was right during COVID.
COVID has started. We met you right after. You told me some of the things you was going through and you were still in recovery.
But this is what I'm saying. Like, so this idea that I'm bougie living large, it's like, I do well when I do well, but even when I'm not doing well, what I am blessed with, and this is what is my wealth. I have a wealth of friends and family who would never, ever let me down.
No, I'm
when you call me bougie, that's what I'm like, you know what? I got my.
I am on the same situation. And you see how I roll with my family.
Yep.
You've seen how I get this. I am just as bougie as you when it comes to family and friends. And that also comes to me, that comes from reciprocation. We will all look out for each other. Nobody, and Rick, you knew this from when we was on the other platform. We would always look out for each other. I will spread that energy amongst any and everybody as much as possible. And as long as I am able, it's a code to me. That's how you build a community. That's how you increase your family.
But that's the real wealth. You understand that's the real wealth. Let me read what Jesse just said. I grew up the same way as Carmen. If there is a big expense I have to pay, I know I can get there, but I budget to reach that goal. Big one coming up next August, September 2025. Ooh, Jesse, let me know what it is. Like, what
And
is
I
it?
had budgeted 2 goals. I've done that. I know exactly what you're saying. Plan, budget, all of that. Absolutely.
But that's what, look at, even like, so
I've done that.
I do wear very expensive stuff. There's no doubt about it. Like
I-
the other day, I wore to the restaurant, I wore these shoes. They're Poochie shoes. They cost me like $1,000 Poochie. But they're 15 years old. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
they're 50, and I've had them, I've had them fixed or cleaned or whatever over the years, but so that's the kind of person I am.
The
I'm
most
not
expensive thing
shopping
I bought
I haven't
recently,
shopped in like a year.
I haven't shopped in a decade. The most expensive thing I bought was that suit for the wedding.
Okay, but you're a man. That's different.
This is true.
Oh, Gabe is getting married. Oh my God. Oh, God bless you, honey. 'Cause
Congratulations, Gabe.
Congrats.
Can I share something with you guys?
Sure.
For Alma and I, it took my mom calling me to give me this realization. She said, Mario, she said, I'm so happy for you and Elma. She said, because you guys are traveling, you're going, you're doing. She said, because for so many years, I wasn't able to do anything. I was tied to a machine. And I did that for, you have to think about it, almost 11 years of my life.
Mm.
I was tied to a machine. So therefore, when I'm able to go to Europe and I'm able to go to Hawaii and I'm able to go to the Caribbean, my mother's like, I'm so happy for you, because she said, because now you are living the life that you deserve. Not that anybody owes you anything. She said, but this is the life you deserve because you had to suffer to get to the other side. So,
can you
like,
just, for the
I like
podcast
that.
people, when you say you were tied to the
I
machine,
was on
you
a
just,
dialysis machine. I was on dialysis for
right.
almost for 9 years for one time and 2.5 years for the previous time before that.
So
So
people would
there,
understand that. Sorry. Yeah.
yes, that's okay. I was on dialysis, and so my traveling was minimal because it was just too much of a hassle. So to travel, to you make a way, and like my wife says, we live by faith and not by sight, because we don't always have it all the time. But if it's something that we decided we're going to do, we're going to do it, because you know what? Tomorrow's not promised.
Yep.
And if you're living for tomorrow, what about today? What did you do to, like you said, bring joy to yourself today? And if traveling is my joy, if going to concerts, which I love to do, is my joy, then I'm going to do it. And I'm going to do it and not think twice about it, because once it's done, it's done. Like Carmen said, I don't spend money on a bunch of bull, because except for Disney, I am a Disney fan. My family, look, don't get off.
Crazy
Look,
Disney
don't
fan.
ride.
That's
Don't
what's
let
up.
get off
That's
my
what's up.
jock about my Disney stuff.
That's what's
Okay,
up. That's what's up, though.
but I ride hard for Disney. That again, that's my happy place, my wife's happy place, my daughter's happy place. When we go there, it brings us joy. And if it's going to sit down and watching a parade, or going to have a dinner, having dinner, or whatever that looks like, that's what's bringing us joy. Then it's okay, because again, tomorrow is not promised. So if there's something you want to do, find a way to do it. You don't have to scrap it all just to do it, but plan and just do it and get it done. And if Carmen want to go first class, I'm not mad. I don't have first class money. I might have business class money, but I don't have first class money. But you try to work it out. You know,
You know what? I do only travel first class. There's no doubt about it. But
and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not
I
mad at
also
that.
don't have children. Look, I don't want to make excuses for it. It's my choice. That's
That's
it.
it. Point blank. Period.
And here's the thing, my real wealth is not in any amount of money I make, because I've made money, I've had no money, and it will happen again, because I can't Melanie, it's all about the joy. Go ahead, baby. Preach it, sister. Go ahead.
That's it.
But it's really true. There's a part of me that loves, I know that you're joking, but there's a part of me that really realizes that my real wealth is the amount of friends and family and people I have. And it's not that I don't care about money, but I've never cared about money. Not that I would abuse it or use it in any other way, but it doesn't define who I am. Whether I have it or not, you're going to get this Carmen. The one that's always positive, optimistic, trying to do the best she can, trying to help other people. You know what I mean? Like I love that about myself. And that's the thing that pisses off a lot of people. And then people who are cool love that shit. And that's what Mario's like, what? There are people who don't like
I mean, I
confident
don't
people.
understand what's pissing people off. I mean, if you living your life minding your business, that what you
It
do is
should
none
not
of my
piss
business.
anybody
If
off.
everybody lived
100%
their
agree.
life like that,
I
I
think
agree.
people
everybody be
get
all
jealous
right.
and angry and upset, right? It's just a normal thing. And I've learned that you know what? I'm trying to send a text on, a thing on here, and I can't do it.
Well, like
You
my
trying
wife
to
said in the chat earlier, she said comparison is the thief of joy. If you're comparing yourself in your life to somebody else's, you'll never be happy.
I'm not
This
serious.
is very true. That is 100% true. Everybody should be able to live their life the way that they want to and do things the way that they want to. And it helps to not be an infringement on anybody else's, at least in my perspective. One of the greatest challenges in life is to be able to live your life without taking advantage of another.
That pisses me off. Like, when people get, they get obsessed with somebody else's life. Like,
I can't send this.
So
I'm gonna send this. Okay, I'm gonna send this. If somebody can put this in, this is where my brother. Yeah, for all you crazy Disney fans.
come on.
get off my back.
I'm a Disney fan. I've grown up as one all my life.
I would never. So my brother just called me today, and he's like, "So I'm trying to figure out when we can see you. So can one of you put that in the chat in case people? I think I sent it to you, Cynthia. So Billy's coming in August, and he's going to be at this event, which is a big deal for Disney. And I wonder if you guys know about it. It's like
D23.
Oh, yeah, you did send it to me.
D23?
But they're sold out.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, but they're going to it. They're all going.
Maria, you're going?
I have to go. Well, here's the thing. He was like, why don't you come and you can come with us for the 2 days? I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. Would you want to meet for dinner? And he's like, we can go. And then there's the light show. I'm like, can I just meet you guys for dinner?
It should be popping up, Carmen. I just put it in the chat. It should be coming
Thank you, sweetie. I'm so sorry. I don't, there's a need help. There's a need help thing here. And when I try to type in the chat, it comes up and you can't hit enter. So I'll let them know about that. I don't know why that's happening. Like it
might do that on YouTube. Let me see, because I did put it.
D23 is a huge event for Disney. You get to know about all of the new events that are coming up, all the new attractions, all the new movies.
Alma, take me.
Well, yeah, because the thing is, we had an option to go. We just chose not to go because I just didn't want to spend extra money because we have passes, and that's extra money on top of everything else. So again, being responsible about your choices. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and what the thing about D23, they live stream it all. So why am I going to pay money when I can watch it online for free?
August 8th is when he comes in, and that is a Thursday. We were just talking about this. So August 8th is a Thursday. So I may not have the show on August 8th. And then he's like, why don't we live stream it from D23? I'm like,
you should. I think that's great.
Well,
that's
I'm
a
trying
brilliant
to tell him
idea.
I don't want to go at all. I just want to have dinner with him.
Come on, be a good sister and just
do it for us.
I don't do it for you guys. Talk
and say, hi, this is Carmen live from D23. This is all about the joy live from D23.
We'll see. I don't know, but yeah. So that's what's happening, and I feel bad because I'm not a fan. I respect Disney. It's not my thing. You know what I mean? Like, but you
haven't gone with the right people. Come with me.
The whole family is so into it. They're really into it. So
it's more of a family environment. So I kind of understand that.
No,
Take
no,
the
but
Not
they're addicted like
necessarily.
Cynthia and Mario.
Carmen, they have alcohol there now. What are you talking about? You can go sit down and have alcohol all
No,
afternoon. What are you
okay,
talking about?
so
It's
I
not
was
just for families.
it's just not my thing.
No.
It's not even that.
California
I
Adventures is
tried,
amazing. They
Jason.
have a
I
winery
tried.
inside the park now. Are you kidding me? Get over it. I'm like, you can go have
I look at
alcohol.
I want to see my brother from another mother, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do whatever he wants. But he was so cute today because he was like, "I don't want you driving home so late," and I'm like, "Okay, whatever." Like he's worried that
See?
after the event, and I'm like, "I'll just stay." You know what I mean? And he's like, "Oh, and then maybe you could do the morning." I'm like, "Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen." It's like,
Wait,
I'm
wait.
sorry, I'm
So
gonna
go
leave.
back. Wait, so go back to your car. Your car got hit.
Yeah, your car.
So
What happened?
Oh yeah, we
got,
never finished
yeah.
that.
We forgot
So-
about the call 30 minutes ago.
Another car. Oh my God. So I wasn't in the car. It was parked at the grocery store. When I came out, I noticed it was hit. The passenger side, because I went to put groceries in and I know my car, you know what I mean? I was like, and I thought it was like the reflection but the whole side of it, somebody didn't just hit, like, it's not like a car door opened. It's like somebody hit it, which is weird because that means the two other cars that were parked there were not there and somebody hit it.
wow.
So it's a weird
Wow.
thing. It's fine. I think I was questioning whether, so I have my insurance, they're going to cover it, but I have to pay $500 deductible,
Yes.
which is fine. But then people were saying, why are you going to spend because it's going to cost like $1,700 plus the 500 deductible, right?
That's 2,200, which is still cheaper than a new car. Keep going.
Right. Oh, okay. Thank you for
Yeah.
saying that. People
Yeah,
are like,
he's
why
right.
did you get a new car? Why are you doing? I'm like, I don't want a car, but like,
You
I
want
don't
a car
want
note.
a car
Yeah.
payment. And here's the
You don't
thing.
want
It's
to
not
know.
just
You don't want a higher insurance rate.
That's what okay, Tony just said it. It's not even
Yeah.
because you know what? If I got a car and it was like $500-$600 a month, right? Because I'd want a certain car.
Yeah.
The problem isn't that payment. The problem is then my insurance is so cheap.
You actually quadruple your debt by buying a new car. I am notorious for getting a used car, paying it off, and I could spend $1,000 a year on maintenance and be just as fine as some of y'all spending $1,000 a month on something just to look good. So I agree with that
And
entirely.
here's the thing: LA is very about having the newest, the latest car. Alma just asked, did the grocery store have video? So here's the thing: I cannot ask the grocery store for video. I didn't call the police in the moment because I didn't even know. First of all, I'm a Black woman. I'm never going to call the police.
Oh,
However,
you're going to call the police soon or
no,
later.
I did. I just didn't even think it's
Not
not.
where she lived.
I'm not
I
going
hear
to
you.
call the police.
I hear you.
Okay, because we already know what's going on.
No.
We're not gonna go there, but we already know. I never call the police for anything. But here's the thing: when I talked to the insurance people, they said only the police can ask the grocery store for the video camera to see if they can find the person. So I already called the police, to go and do an incident report.
Exactly.
No, they're not
That's what
gonna
you
go
better
to the
call them.
grocery store and get the video. I don't know. So it's $500, but I think it's worth my car. And I love what Tony just said. He said that's worth more than buying a new car. And
It is.
people don't agree.
It's the
Go ahead,
truth.
Tony. Go ahead, Tony.
You call the police for the incident report because your insurance isn't going to cover everything without a police report.
No, they're going to cover it. I just have to pay the deductible.
But you're missing my point. The insurance companies are going to tell you they need a police report when your insurance claim. Once you get all that done and it shows that it's not your fault at all, and they can go after the other vehicle if they can find it. That's where the video is going to come.
They're not. I mean, I know what you're saying, but they're not.
Exactly, Jesse. That's exactly what I was looking at. It happened on their
It
property.
was a damage
There may
on their
be
property
signs.
happened to me, and they did look up the video for me. No. So in California, I went to Ralph's and I asked. It was at the grocery store, and they were like, you can't ask what the police do. And the insurance company already knew that, but because I go there pretty regularly, I stopped by and asked. So here's my thing. The insurance company said, if you get us the video and we can find it, we will go after them. But this doesn't affect. I've had the same insurance for 30 years. I've never put in a claim. So that's number one.
Fine.
Never. So
It
number
should be
two, they're
fine.
not gonna change my interest rate, whatever, my payment or whatever. And they're not worried about it. They're like, it's fine. So I'm not worried about all that. I'm sad because it's my car. And I do love my car, and it made me think about, should I buy a new car instead of doing this? You know, even the body shop guys, I went to two different ones. The body shop guy was like, we're happy to do it, but do you want to just buy a new car? And I was like, no, I want it fixed. So,
And I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you why you don't buy a new car. Because they're gonna take your car, fix it, and sell it for more than what
It's
you.
anyway, yeah.
Took the words right out of my mouth. Yep.
That's
Yeah.
true.
So the only reason why I would sell, like the only reason why I would buy a new car right now is my sister-in-law, I'm going to call her Bata. You know who Bata is, Cynthia. Her stepson is getting his license, and they were like, we would buy your car so that he could have this as a first car. And I was like, I was thinking about it for a minute, you know what I mean? And the only thing I want to do with my car is I want to donate it to a charitable place that would give it to somebody who needs it, like a family or whatever. That's why I know, Tony, why are you doing that? See?
I caught myself. You know why? Because that same charity will be giving it to your nephew.
Marissa is a needy charity.
All the kids need a first car to beat up.
I had to catch myself, so I do apologize.
Look, mine is employed. She can pay.
Right, I'm just
you don't
saying,
need a
I
new
wouldn't
car.
charge anybody. I mean, my car, I love my car, and to me, it's worth a lot. But Blue Book value, it's like, I don't know, $3,500, which is great for a 20-year-old car, man.
Yes.
But I would give it, I mean, at this point, I would want to give it to a charity. Look at, they're all like, or I would give it to.
And I will say that because I actually had an uncle give me a car for my first car when I needed one.
Oh, really? Yeah.
So that same sentiment gets carried on.
That's right.
Mhm.
So you can do the charity thing and feel good about it, but give it to the family, pass it on down for
Yeah,
the
for sure. Give it to a
know
family.
No, I'm
member.
not going to do it because I really don't want $1,000 a month payment.
You don't.
I don't have that kind of money.
Ooh, I know.
Well, I mean, okay, but then here we go. This goes back into what Carmen wants versus what Carmen needs.
Yes.
And Carmen is not going to go want, because what I want is a Bentley 4-door sedan. That's what I want. The 2-door is cool too.
The
What I
2-door
want-
fly. The 2-door is fly.
It is cute, right?
That
that's
2-door
what I
is
want,
fly.
and I
Come
can't
on.
afford that car cash. I bought my car cash. So,
okay.
and I've had it for 20 years. Here's what I'm saying. Like, I know for sure I cannot afford that car, but I don't want a $600 or $500 a month payment and then my insurance go up to like $400 a month. That'd be crazy. Go ahead, Tony. Is he frozen? Oh.
Until you get another vehicle, you cannot mess with Cynthia to get another phone. That's it.
Ah!
No.
Boom.
No, that's not the same thing.
Boom.
Yes.
Boom. Let's talk about the differences.
Bobby
My
Shadow.
car,
Blind.
I said, you know what's so funny? I
Yes.
said this to Cynthia. My car has seatbelts, has airbags, has all the things it needs so that I am safe in it. If my car wasn't safe, I would get another car, but my car is super safe.
All she wants to do is make phone calls. That's all she worries about. Next.
No, she needs a new phone.
You don't, then you need a new car. How about that?
I don't think that's true. I don't think it's the same thing.
But then you
What
offer
is
it for
Bobby
free?
saying? $5 a month times 200 kick or Twitch bra? What?
That's
I don't
Bobby.
even know.
That's Bobby. I got Bobby. Bobby, how you doing? I understand.
How you doing, Bobby? I don't know what that means.
I
$5
know.
a
I know.
month times 200 kick or Twitch, bro.
I feel like that's a slang I don't know in the ghetto. It's like a slang I don't
But
know.
you told Cynthia you would give her the phone for free.
Yes.
I
Right?
told her I would give her my phone, but she doesn't want it. I think my phone, she wouldn't like it, the S20.
Why not?
Cynthia,
Because
have
she has
you
a
ever
note
heard my
for the
expression?
Galaxy Note.
Have
I
you ever
thought
heard
you-
my expression? Cynthia?
What?
If it's free, it's for me.
It's for me.
But here's the thing, my phone is free because I'm sending it in because Rick, you were like, just restore it. I did it. I did restore the default. And if it's not free, now I have to pay for the Samsung 24 that I got. She could call. Who do you have? Verizon, T-Mobile? Who you got? What?
T-Mobile.
T-Mobile.
I don't know what T-Mobile's thing is, but I think
do. I have
T-Mobile
T-Mobile
is kind of like Verizon, right? They own same thing, whatever.
But it also depends on her plan. Because see, if she has a grandfather plan,
We do.
then she doesn't get the free upgrades. See, like I have a grandfather plan where I don't get free upgrades. I have to pay for my phone, but my bill is a lot lower than these new services. So I stick to my old plan, and I'll just, either if I want to take the hit, I'll take the hit and upgrade the phone. But like Even here, we upgrade one phone at a time.
Look at Alma, Cynthia.
I made her
upgrading
upgrade her
against
phone.
my wishes.
But let me explain. I'm gonna upgrade her phone from a flip phone. Okay,
Oh, that's just wrong.
that's just ugh.
So
Okay,
Jamal, we
I'm
said
with
what's up.
Alma because if my flip phone still worked, I probably would still have it.
See, that's a
Because
sin, a
I would
shame,
be
and a
driving
crime.
and texting, like I already
Nope,
knew the numbers.
that's a sin, a shame, and a crime. It took you 25 minutes just to write 2 sentences. That's just
Lord,
ridiculous.
Lord, Lord.
That's ridiculous.
Ah!
Is Jamal okay? Is Jamal
Yeah, I
okay?
know, right? She checking on Jamal. It's been an hour. I
Mhm.
gotta tell y'all.
Jamal, she'll be back, bruh. Hold on. Just
Oh, you guys are crazy.
keep it easy, bruh. Keep it easy. She'll be back.
Why are you guys so mean? Oh my God. You know what? You guys got me in trouble. Like, I'm not going to have no Jamals because y'all
Does he
talking
watch
so
this?
much.
That's all right. We'll replace Jamal with
Wait,
Jermaine. It's out
Cynthia,
there
why you?
interchangeable. It's okay.
No. Cynthia, what's wrong with you? What happened? Rick, you're the only one that's being quiet. Are you in my side?
I'm so confused right now.
What?
Why are you confused?
Because Bobby's writing stupid shit?
I know
That
about
too.
it. You
That
gotta
too,
read
that too.
what he's saying. We'll
I
talk
don't
about
want
it
to
later.
read.
Bobby, we'll holler about that later. I got more time tomorrow night to look into it.
I know. Bobby being silly.
Yo, Bobby be trying to help on the low. You got to catch him. Big ups to
Well,
Bobby.
why don't you explain Bobby to us then? Because
We
I
are
don't like
looking, Bobby and I are people who are looking into the apps that can monetize and which ones we can link up for when we live stream and broadcast. He tried to keep me up to date on what's going on. And we try to include everybody into our process as well.
So this is him trying to contribute to add
A
into
little
our
bit.
process?
A little
We
bit,
all have
yes.
to understand what he's trying to say, though.
Yeah, you need to
So
stop.
what?
Once I get
what-
it comfortable, I can bring it forward to you. He
So
knows that
what Tony is saying?
I
Tony is speaking Bobby-isms like Alma was talking Tony-isms.
word.
See?
That's my dog.
Boom.
I gotta get to LA.
That's there ain't no explanation. This is just dumbassery. That's all it is.
Listen, I
Man
don't
trying to
need
explain
the
something that
ocean
ain't
time. Just hook
explainable.
me up with the Roscoe's and we'll be good. I'm telling
I
you.
got you. I'll run you to Roscoe's real quick. It ain't no problem. There's
Oh my
several
God.
of them. Which one you
Well,
want to
you
go to?
can't because Tony don't want to stay in any hotel near where you live. He's going to stay in South Central, Inglewood or
I'm
something.
not
Well,
staying in
look,
South Central. I'm gonna survive.
don't sleep on Inglewood right now
I
because
ain't sleeping on
Inglewood
Inglewood. I'm just saying it's going to be a
Inglewood is
different
lit
hotel
right
there than
now.
where you live. You live in a
Inglewood is
very hoopty doopty place. Don't be acting like you
get
don't.
off of my oopty doopty place.
He over here acting like he living in the ghetto somewhere. He over
And
there
Get off
living
Mario,
my
like
just so
oopty.
you
You
Fresh
ain't
know,
talking about
Prince.
me. I'm
just so
talking
you
about
know, we
Inglewood.
checked out hotels near where she was. She told me it was too far away. The ones that were affordable, I know where I can go to.
I did not.
No, but
You know what?
Inglewood
You
is
making up
good.
shit now.
Like depending on where you stay right now, Inglewood, you are so good because everything is. Have you been through Inglewood lately, Carmen?
Yeah, no, I love Inglewood. What are you
That's what I'm
talking about?
saying. So like I was born and
But it's
raised in
gonna
Inglewood.
be
My mama
cheaper than
still
staying in a
she's
hotel
still over there.
here.
Oh, you
No,
Inglewood?
but he can like even if he stayed over there at the Looms Hotel over
Look,
there by,
him and Brian
it'd be
can go
great.
visit your ass
So,
because they
Tony, what
better
do
not
you
hang
think is
out.
an affordable price per night for a hotel?
However much money I got.
You
No,
know what? See, he's about to make me say something that I can't say on this
how much?
podcast.
You can say it.
No,
Go ahead, I'll let you.
You want me to go
no.
so you can say it?
What is your price range?
The most
Per
I've
night?
ever spent the night
Per
myself.
night.
Most I've ever spent myself has been $200 a night.
You can get
Okay.
something out here. Okay, we got
Now
you.
Oh
that's
yeah.
wait.
The hotel I
That's out of
stayed
my
at
own
was
pocket.
right on the pier, San
Yeah.
Juan
That's
Pier,
out of my own
and it
pocket. No
was like
discount.
$200 a night.
Nope. No
Get off
discounts.
of
No point.
Inglewood, whoever that is.
Who's
Inglewood.
talking about Inglewood?
Oh, he from out there in California too. He out there with y'all.
Who?
Bobby Shadow.
Okay, Tony, you didn't listen to Cynthia.
I
Cynthia
did.
stayed here and she was like what 4 blocks away.
Mhm.
And I think a horrible hotel, but it's right on the pier. And it was less than what was it, like $200 a night.
Yeah.
So you could go stay there and then you could be close to Mario. You cannot visit me.
I'm coming.
You know
to
what?
I'm
That's what
hunting
you're
you
not
down.
gonna do. You'll
I'm
be
hunting
actually
you
if you
down.
stay where she stayed, you be between us. How about that?
No,
Steven
We
said,
can,
can I say
he's your
we'll
something?
friend
both come
now.
get
You
Can I
and
say
your
something,
buddy
please?
can hang out. He is
we
not
will
Listen,
going
both
to
please.
come get you. Don't pay her
I
no
am
mind.
going
She'll
to
be
see
right there.
Carmen
Don't you
tomorrow.
pay her
There's
no
nothing
mind.
going on. We are just friends. I just want to let you know if I come to town, I'm going to look her up. I'm going to holler at her. There's nothing crazy going on, bro. I just want to let
Nah,
you know.
What
that's
just
the
happened?
homie.
Go cool.
Wait,
Ain't
I
nothing
just
going
No,
missed
on.
something.
Ain't
What
nothing
just
going on.
happened?
We're just going to hang. We're going to eat. And me and her going to argue in public face to face because everybody's dying to see that.
No, we
I'm telling
are
you, we
not.
are going to.
We are not. I am not going to see you when you come and visit Mario. Your new
you are
I will,
absolutely going to see her
I will
when you
get
find
come.
Mario.
you. I will
No.
find your celebrities. I
Yes.
will find your clients. I will broadcast from the beach live. You know I will do this moment and be like, I am looking for Carmen Lazer Suarez. I am on this pier. She says she lives near here. You all need to let her know that I'm
Then I'm gonna take him to Ocean Prime, and then he'll really be asking.
exactly.
I need to speak to the chef.
And if you don't believe that I know Carmen, here is the broadcast. We were just
Why
up
is
here last
Alma
week,
and Cynthia
all about
against
the
me?
joy.
My people. I thought we were together. Wow, Alma, I'm done with you. It's over. Anything I thought that we're done.
You know
Cynthia, I'm
Tony.
just
She likes some Tonys.
Yo,
Please, you speak Tony.
Mario, you know what's worse? We're gonna go down there with a bucket of fried chicken and sit on the pier looking ghetto.
oh, that
Ghetto.
don't matter to me.
No,
Like,
that don't matter down here.
it don't
That
matter to me. I'd
It
be
don't? Okay, so I can get pizza, I can get fried chicken, and get some potato wedges.
listen.
Yep.
You ain't never been to the
Listen,
pier.
they sell the
That ain't
freaking corn on the
nothing.
cob, the
I've never
elotes
been
right there
down
on the
there.
pier.
I've
look
never
at
been
Cynthia
there.
was here. She was at the pier.
I've never
The
been.
pier don't mean nothing at the pier. You ain't
No.
seen
I've never
You
nothing.
don't
been.
care
I've
about the
never
you don't
been.
want to eat at the pier. That's not the
You
place.
sure don't.
That's
No.
not the
All
place.
I gotta know is what color I'm supposed to wear. That's all I need to know.
Whatever color you
This is a
want, just don't wear a whole lot
gangbanger
of it.
neighborhood. You're gonna be fine.
Listen,
Whatever color you want to
everything
wear.
is right there. You got
Yeah.
Yeah.
restaurants, you got
Tony,
the
you have a
mall,
weird idea of
everything.
California, baby.
Yeah, he does.
He does. It's because of
He really
Brian.
does.
It ain't because of Brian.
Tony, I wear red or blue or whatever I want, and I walk in every neighborhood and nobody bothers me.
Not at all. It's how you present yourself. That's really what it is.
That's gonna be a problem because you know I'm from the East Coast and I'm a little crazy.
Look at
They
Tony.
ain't checking for you. Trust.
I'm a little
They're gonna be like, "Who's this clown?"
You're not that important,
They
actually.
ain't
They
checking
don't
for
care.
you.
So I had two nephews come visit me a long time ago. They were young. They were like 16, 17 years old. And they wanted to go play basketball in Venice. And they were like, "Can you let us? We want to go hang out." I was like, "Go ahead. You're going to be fine."
Right.
They are young black men who were in the neighborhood visiting. They wanted to hang out. And they were, shooting hoops with some of the best people you
Yeah.
shoot hoops with. Not only some NBA players, but also
Yeah.
some what I guess you would call gang members or whatever. It was just a night in Venice.
cool.
They're street ballers. That's really what you call them. They're
Yes,
street
well,
ballers, and they're
And
really
it's
amazing street
neutral
ballers.
ground, and people are Look at this thing about gangs that people don't understand. And I'm not saying I know it inside out here in LA, but I grew up on it on the other side. Cynthia knows we grew up on Mozart Park and all that other crap. It's how you present yourself.
It really is.
It really is.
That's really how it goes down. And we are of a particular age where they are really not checking for us at
Hell
this
no.
point.
Hell
You ain't got to
I
worry
saw
about it.
King Richard. Go ahead.
See, not King Richard.
Look at Alma.
Oh my God, that was from the 1980s, bro. Like, come on now.
I'm thinking.
I feel like Rick is not involved in this conversation. What's going on? Rick, you gonna come visit?
One day would be great to do that. Yeah.
I would love to have Rick come out here. That would be a good time to have Rick and Tony and Cynthia. We should all come together and
I'm
do a
telling
live
you.
broadcast from LA
Fool. Do you hear me? We are cutting a fool.
and
You
have
know
us
what? I would love to. You know what? I would love to do that. Maybe we can figure it out. That would be cool.
have us all in one room.
I've done
Could
that
you
We
before
are
with
imagine?
my
cutting a
with
fool.
my team,
You
with my
tell me
team. We
when.
did that. We
I
met in
am there.
Texas.
Wait, Rick, what were you saying? You did that with your team?
They came to Connecticut once, and then
Hi,
we
Chris.
also went to Texas, and we
What's up,
broadcast
Chris?
all
Yeah.
together. We didn't say nothing to nobody. Then all of a sudden, go live and like, hey, everybody. And I was like, what?
Wow.
You know what? Maybe it's something I'll put in the business plan. I mean, I think that would be cool. And I don't, look at, I know y'all think I got a lot of money, but I don't. But if I could put it in the business plan and maybe figure out a way in which I could pay for flights or something or whatever, that would be kind of cool,
You
right?
can pay for my Uber. I'm right down the
You know
street.
what, bitch? You right down the street. You don't come. I am putting you in this. What's wrong with you?
We actually did an Airbnb when they came to Connecticut. It was fun.
Yeah.
That would be cool though, right? And not tell anybody, just have y'all show up. We'll have like a week and just be a quick weekend or whatever, but then like do like a live show.
Yeah.
That would be cool. You know
Just
what?
tell your Uber driver he ain't got to pick me up in no Suburban. I'll be good in the back
I
seat of a
can't.
damn old Cadillac or something. We can use your car.
Look,
after
she's
this
just
tour.
going to
We can
get you
use your
her
Honda
French
Civic after this
driver.
tour. How
His
about that? I
name
got
is
one.
Uber, not Uber.
Uber.
It's
What's
Uber.
Uber?
It's gonna be Booty Call Jamal gonna pick us up at the airport.
Oh,
Wow, Cynthia.
Booty call Jamal. Let me tell y'all something, man.
Wow.
Don't be telling nobody who I am when I'm around. I appreciate the holler and everything, but y'all just here temporarily, right? I just want to make sure. That's what he going to
And
do.
if Booty Call Jamal ain't around, I remain Jermaine will be right there. So
I
there you
remain
go.
Jermaine.
Oh my god!
Wow. This is just so weird.
Hey, Mario, you forget the other one. Always here, Javier.
Javier.
Sadie, would you come if I could hook something up for all of us to get together? Would you come and hang out with us? I would love to have Sadie here. That would be
Always
cool. I know
there,
she don't want to
Javier.
do online or whatever, but that would be cool, right? To have
Well,
her here.
live from Disneyland, like my wife said. Live from Disneyland.
Listen, Billy already said to me, maybe we could do online live, like whatever. And he was like, I don't want to come online. What do you
Donde
call
¿Dónde
you
estás?
at the- You guys are messing up my sex life. I just want you to know. You're messing that shit up. It's just
That's not his real name, so it shouldn't matter.
no. Oh, it matters. Trust me, it matters. Oh.
Como se dice where you be, homie?
You guys are bad.
Wait.
How did this become a like be mean to Carmen thing? I don't know.
It's not be mean to Carmen. It's just joyful jabbing. Welcome to All About the Joy.
You, Mario. Mario's not gonna put a label to this shit, man. That is so mean. Yeah, Cynthia, I'm very disappointed in you. Just
Hey,
want you to
Chris.
know you will not be invited anymore.
I've never heard San Francisco.
Cynthia's
was cheap.
on the train. Come on, Cynthia.
Tony, I'm
Ride
done
the
with you.
train. She got the ticket.
Chris said, come
Oh,
to
before.
San Francisco. It'd be cheap here. San Francisco ain't cheap.
At all.
Jesse, you
just
know
said
where
people
I'm at.
might already know this, but what state are you all in besides California?
Jesse, I think you know where I'm at because I'm in Georgia.
So Tony's in Georgia, Mario's in California, Rick is in Connecticut, Cynthia is in Massachusetts, in Boston.
Mhm.
Boston
Boston.
strong.
Bye.
Are you watching? Okay, is anybody watching Big Brother other than besides me?
I don't
No.
watch.
Yes, Joe.
I don't watch Big Brother.
Where's Jesse
Jesse,
at?
Cynthia is in Boston. She's in South Boston, actually. Jesse, are you still in Boston? So Jessie is the younger sister of my best friend when I was growing up, Jackie Dunn, and Jessie in Dorchester, and they're in the book. They're in the book. So and Jessie's not in the book, but Jackie is, and the whole thing with Al Carrier. We'll just say it that way. So yeah,
And the book is called Canela.
Canela. The book is called Canela. Yeah.
Canela.
Let me just tell you, I know that we're at the 1 hour, 17 minute. Rick, you're supposed to remind me.
But we're just having such a good time.
We're having such a good time. Rick knows me. He's like, we're having such a good time.
See, here's the kicker. When you take that 1 hour break, we already know what you're doing. That's the hint. The minute you got to take a break, that means you've been up here for.
That's right. She did take her break right at 1 hour.
Exactly what she does. That's what she does.
Can I tell you what I did at the 1 o'clock break?
Oh, hold on. Jesse's in Maine and works in Boston.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Jesse.
Really?
Well, yeah, because Jackie and the
That's
whole
long.
family, I think, moved to Maine. But they used to be in Dorchester. So that's where I knew all of them. And I lived with Jesse and Jackie. Like, it's one of the families that took me in when I was homeless. It's one of the families that walked me through. And Jackie and I performed together, color guard, drum corps, dancing, all that stuff. So Jessie's a younger sister, but she's so badass. I always loved her. She was always amazing. It's weird to me because she was like the little kid, and now she's like, married, has a kid who's graduating from. I'm in denial. So it's kind of like interesting. You know what I mean? It's like a weird thing.
Grow up, exactly, pretty much.
It's weird because she was like the little kid that we always like, okay, Jessie. I mean, we loved her, but we could never hang out with us. You know what I mean? So, but it's lovely to see you here, Jessie. Thank you so much. And, I love you. I got much love to you. It's just such a weird thing to kind of think about as I'm, 50-ish, older, 50-ish. I got to check my email. I'm so sorry. Go ahead. Talk amongst yourselves because my client just emailed me.
Okay. I got to tell you my new.
Oh, Tony, that was you.
Yeah.
I just want you to know Tony is like talking about you guys and texting me. No, he's not. He's like, no.
You talking about my mama?
I didn't. She'll show you. I can show you the mess of my damn self.
Wait, who?
No, I was going to tell you guys my new addiction is 60 Days In on A&E. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, but
I've seen a couple episodes.
Oh my God. I am hooked. I have all my friends hooked because these people volunteer to go to jail and be like undercover for the sheriffs. And they go in as prisoners. And they're committing to 60 days of being in jail, watching these and
That's been for a while, hasn't it?
Yeah. But like
they're crazy.
I started season 9, which is the current season, and I started working my way backwards. So I've seen 5, 6, and Alma and I are on. We've just finished 8, and then we're in 9. It's the most bizarre thing that you would sign yourself up to go to jail.
Agreed.
And see and sit there and with these killers and drug dealers and the fights, and they have all these weird signals if they want to tap out. And one man, he tapped out in 45 minutes after intake. He said, he said, "Oh, I have a migraine." He looked into the camera. He said, "I have a migraine. I have a really."
You think you tough until you're in a situation you can't get out of.
Man, but what's even crazier is that they've had incarcerated people who've been incarcerated before, and they volunteer to go back in because I guess they're trying to make the system better. But I guess they get triggered and they tap out. And some of that stuff was during COVID, and they were having the quarantine stuff. They were supposed to be in quarantine for 5 days. Some people were in there for almost a month. It is.
And it's all undercover? Like
yes. And then the real inmates are like getting hip to it. And that's what makes it even scarier because they're like, there's some 60 days in stuff. And they looking at the person like who's in there, and they ready to mollywop them like real something deep. And so then they have to figure out how to get them off their case. And then this one guy, he went in there and he became a true convict. He's like, and even after he came out, he was like, "So Jamil, did you see any drugs that you can help us figure?" He's like, "I didn't see nothing." He's like, I ain't no snitch. He's like, I didn't see nothing. He was scared. Like he really became a convict. And so I'm addicted. It's crazy. I'm a voyeur not in a freaky way, but like stuff like that. It just really interests me. So if you haven't seen it, check out the episode. I promise you'll be.
Jesse, that's a great question. And improving things for the real prisoners on the inside, you get to see what's wrong. What's the name of the movie?
And that's the point of it.
I think it was Robert Redford when he did Brubaker.
Yeah.
We were trying to go along the same lines as that because Brubaker, then when he went in undercover, looking at the conditions of the prison before he became the official warden. So I think premise of the show, but these guys are actually showing them we hip to the game. And since you're here trying to figure out us, let's show you what we know about you. And that's probably why he didn't say nothing.
And then the other thing is on an episode on season 8, Shaquille O'Neal he's an actual sheriff in Georgia. Did you guys know that?
It's in Florida. I thought he was a sheriff in Florida.
No, in Georgia. He's a sheriff in Georgia.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and so he was a part of the show because he worked with the sheriff of one of the prisons, and he's an actual sheriff.
You remember what prison it was?
Not off the top of my head, but go to A&E, 6 Days In, season 8, check it out, get your life. But it was quite entertaining. And even though if you may not be a reality TV type of person, this is like real life type of stuff. This is not like reality scripted type of stuff. This is like where they going in there and they're like,
they for real.
Oh, shit. They're like, oh shit, I'm scared for real.
We lost Tony.
Yeah,
it's tough. But anyway, that was my contribution for the day.
Did we lose
Speaking
Tony?
speaking of
I'm
shows,
so sorry. You can all tell. Let me just give a heads up because I'm trying to deal with. Did we lose Tony?
we did.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice. No,
He said, Carmen, he said, you're not paying attention. I'm out. Goodbye.
Okay, wait. I'm just trying to. I've been working with our restream people to try to figure out what's wrong here because I can't respond to people saying things on the Twitter thing. So I mean on the comment thing. Why did he leave? Oh, because he's going over to the other show?
No. He didn't say anything. I think he just dropped out.
He said, I'm here.
Okay, let me just see if I can find him.
He was moving around, then all of a sudden.
What happened?
I don't know.
Okay, go ahead. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm just finishing this.
Speaking of shows, have you guys ever heard of this one? I haven't started watching it yet, but I definitely plan to. Called Supacell.
I finished it. It's amazing.
Did? Don't spoil me because I didn't start it yet. Yes, I want to watch that.
So good. It grabs you in the first episode and it takes you all the way through. And the fact that it's all black superheroes is so unconventional. Yes, Supacell, Supacell on Netflix.
Oh,
One word.
I've seen the preview.
Yeah, it's. I was turned off by it at first because I'm like, okay, it's out of the country. Sometimes I get turned off by accents. That's just my personal thing, but whatever. But I watched it and it was excellent.
Yeah, the hook got me. Okay. Yeah, the hook got me. They said adults suddenly get powers, and the only thing they have in common is they're all black. And I was like, that's very interesting.
But the thing is, once you get into the series, you find out why they all have that gene. And it's very intriguing because they go into genetics of African Americans with sickle cell.
I see that coming already.
So it's
sorry, I didn't mean to swear. Sorry, I should block my. I'm sorry. I'm working with Restream. Let me just let me block my mic.
Yeah, it was good. No spoilers. Sorry, Alman. You're right.
Did you see the movie Fast Colors?
That sounds familiar.
With who? Is that with Google?
That came out.
Oh, my wife just yelled at me. No spoilers. Sorry.
I heard her. I saw it. I can't believe that you're in.
You can do spoilers on my show. It's
the thing with Fast Colors. It was about 2 black women that had superpowers. It was kind of an independent movie. They were trying to push it. I think it came out after Black Panther.
But but it was a movie, and it was a young lady it was a young daughter that was in it too, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I saw that one as well.
Yeah,
that was really good too. That was with Google.
That was
I can't remember her last name, and her mom was played by Lorraine Toussaint, who is on Equalizer.
Yeah, it was a slow movie, but it was a slow movie. But that was an independent film. I think they did a good job.
I'm sorry. I just want to say that I love Lorraine. I love her. I just want
Lorraine Toussaint is phenomenal.
She's an amazing actress, and I just love her presence, everything about her. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, so that movie that he's referring to, she's in that movie, and I can never remember Google's last name. It's Google something. I can't remember it, but I just remember Google.
Yeah.
There was another show too that was only women were getting powers. It was almost like electric, basically, just the intensity, but only
that was on Amazon, right? That was on Prime.
I I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, it was on
anything.
Prime. Yeah, I started it, but I didn't finish it. I know which one you're talking about.
Okay, I got a confession. Carmen's right. Rick, your volume is low.
I can check it up
Oh my
again.
God, wait,
No,
Tony, did you just say Carmen is right? I just want to
Yes, I
make sure I
did.
heard that
Yes,
right.
yes, I
Make
did.
sure you clip that.
no.
You're going to. You have no idea.
Rick is having a Lou Rawls night like Tony did. That's
Okay,
all.
Jesse, I'm the host, so I just sent you an email, but why are you putting me out there with my age and shit? I'm just kidding. So I'm sorry, I was out for a little bit because I was working with the Restream people, and again, bougie, because I have my own Restream people while we're live.
Bougetto. It's
It's
okay.
not, it's about
Bougetto.
developing relationships.
It's not bougie, it's bougetto, but it's okay. Go ahead.
Bougetto. You know what? I fucking love that. Did you make
You didn't make that up. That's a song.
Oh, is it a song?
That's a song.
I'm
That's
Bougetto.
okay, but I've been
Song?
saying that for 15 years.
I never
I was
heard
saying
it
that
before the
before the
song
song
came.
came out.
I
Yeah.
love that. Bougetto. I never heard
Bougetto.
that.
Yes, that's
I'm
exactly how
totally
it was.
Bougetto. But here's the thing, it's all about relationships. And so they're just letting me know on their end that they're soft closing this conversation. If you need any help, please. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay, thank you. I was just trying to figure out why I couldn't, but here's the thing about Restream that's interesting. So when you log into Restream, just for other people who might be using it, it comes up and it comes up to the font to whatever you have on your computer. So I was trying to respond to people in the chat, but I can't because there's a big button that says need help. So I can't send it. I can't go around it to say send it. But it's because I use really large letters on my screen. I always have because I don't have great eyesight. I know people don't know that. And so what happens is it makes it really big and it covers everything. Why are you guys laughing? I want to share with people so they know. Because it's not bougie.
Because I could just imagine you going like this.
No. It's the opposite. It's the opposite. I have big screen. I have my font. Look at now they're laughing. Restream is laughing because they're hearing us.
Restream, what's good? Holla at you.
I got my own people at Restream. But you know what? That's another relationship. Rick knows that I made that relationship. Jesse said, I said that after you said 50s, not before. No, it's all good. I
That's
am in my
true.
50s, but
That's
I'm
true.
like, there's no way you're in your 50s because you're like the little kid.
I think Cynthia is the only one who's not in her 50s, right? Or
Whatever.
Tony,
Not
you're
yet.
not in your 50s either.
I hate her. So it
I'm
doesn't.
45.
Oh, you're a
You're getting
baby.
close. You're getting close.
Tony, you're not in your 50s, right?
Oh, he's
You
totally in
didn't
his.
you just turn 50?
Okay.
I'm 51.
Oh, welcome to the club.
Yeah,
I've
appreciate
been
it.
And Rick is
been
like
there, done that.
52. Rick, what are you? 51?
54.
54. Mario, you're what? 30 what? 30?
I wish. Bless your heart.
I
Bless
don't
your
wish. I would never
bless your
trade.
spirit. Bless your heart.
I
Black
don't
don't
think.
crack.
You know what? I
No.
think my spirit is still 34.
Yes, my spirit is still it's 32.
My brain
32. I'm
is
34.
My
My
Tony,
brain
how
spirit
old
is
is your
32.
spirit?
My spirit is
Oh, my
32.
spirit?
my brain is
35.
16.
Wait, Tony said what?
35.
35. Rick, what's your spirit?
My brain is 16. I don't know about my spirit, but
Your brain.
We
You
Toys R
don't
Us
think your
kids.
brain is 16.
We Toys R Us kids. Yes, they are. Yes, it is.
No, my
Cynthia, your
spirit.
spirit is what? Besides the fact that I'm pissed at it, but what's your spirit?
25.
I just want everyone to know that Cynthia will no longer be on the show.
Wow.
This will be her last episode of
Let's
All
give her
About
a
the
shout
Good.
out for her last episode.
Let's sing her a
She'll
fond
be on the
farewell.
fucking phone and apologize for being on their side. I'm just
She's on the right side.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So can we talk a little bit about Kamala?
I'm watching her right now.
Right, because you can never do one thing at a time and just
I multitask. Notice the
Yeah,
attention
that's not
span.
multitasking. Did you not see my clip? There's no such thing as multitasking.
And you were falsified by others like I
I
noticed.
was not falsified. I am correct on that. But how are you guys? Okay, I won't ask Rick because Rick is on a different situation. And I
got
don't
a
know about
situation
Cynthia.
ship.
Cynthia could also be on a different situation. Mario, how you doing with the whole Alma,
You know
what is
what?
27? Alma just threw in 27. What does that mean?
That's
her
her
spirit
spirit.
age.
Spirit.
That's her spirit age. She wish she was 27.
You know what? My spirit is definitely in the 30s. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah, no. I'm excited. I think people are uneducated on what she really has accomplished.
They're
People
not
are not.
uneducated, they're racist. But go ahead. You say
I'm gonna say uneducated on on what she's accomplished. If you are from California and um you're black, you have a misconception of what she has done here in California.
no, we
She
don't
re-
have a misconception.
no, there are some young people who
Talking about the
are
convictions that it's all a lie
yes,
about the
she
thousands.
has a lot, but she also developed a reform for those convictions for those convicts to get back into society. So let's not even
No,
go there.
it's
Don't
all misinformation. She's only it's yeah. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
yeah, like don't come like I'm here for it. It's good positive energy. And I loved the ad that she just released where she showed Trump saying, well, she says that she's a prosecutor and I'm a convict, and then she says, I'm Kamala Harris and I endorse this
Approve of this
message.
message. Right.
I
We
love
don't
that.
usually talk about politics, but this is big news. I don't want to pretend that it's not there. Jessie just said that her spirit age is 35, body feels like 90.
I know that's right.
Yep.
Listen, I feel
Really?
you.
Yeah. I know my
I
lungs
feel
feel
you.
like they're like
That's what I
90.
feel like right now.
Yeah,
My body
Oh,
kicking my
okay.
pants.
Alma just said I already donated to her campaign and I'm looking forward for ways to volunteer and register people to vote.
as do I. Yep.
Go ahead, Tony. Tony keeping quiet on purpose.
Because I'm skeptical about her. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
But
and that's
I got a very big, and I apologize, Mario. I got a
that's
very
okay.
big problem with what Trump has said on more than one occasion. But I am skeptical on Kamala as well. I'm very skeptical since Biden dropped out. Something stinks about this whole thing to me. Entirely.
Wait. What do you mean?
Well, see, that's
What
two
thing?
different issues.
What thing?
That's two different issues,
Yeah.
though,
Mhm.
Tony.
No, but let's Tony air. Let's go
I
ahead.
didn't expect him to drop out. I did not.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you something that I wasn't gonna share, but a few of my friends know. One of them was upset about it, but I actually became an independent because I didn't like the way in which the Democratic Party dealt with
A lot of
the
things.
issue of Biden. So I did
Right.
become an independent. And here's the thing: California is an open primary state, so it's easy for me to do, and it was easy to do online. If you're a closed primary state, you don't want to do that because then you can't vote for who's running in the office. But I just felt like the way in which Biden was treated during this whole time. I know it's in the cloak of transparency. I was very upset. There's a lot of things Democrats have done that pissed me off. So
Yes.
now I'm absolutely an independent, but I am all in on the Democratic ticket. So Tony, can you give me a little more information?
Um,
I'll be right back.
You don't
you
have to if you don't want to, because
no, I want to. I'm actually
we
getting.
don't usually talk about politics.
I
just
have no problem
put it in-
talking about it and not getting mad. I'm very open to the conversation. My thing is Biden dropping out
Hey,
4
Charlie.
months into
Hi,
what's up, Charlie?
Charlie. Let me just say hi to Charlie.
Biden dropping out 4 months before the election is suspicious to me. I know he's old.
What do you mean?
I know
Wait. I don't care about the old thing. What do you mean suspicious?
I'm
He's
trying
not
to answer
well.
you. I'm trying to answer you. Nobody should drop out 4 months before the race, and this is about your reelection. All you had to do was finish your time. If you was going to lose, that's fine. All of that is all fine, good said. And it was just suspicious to me that he would drop out. Nobody's ever done that before. I didn't see that.
I don't know what you mean by suspicious. What do you mean? Can you just? Don't get annoyed. We're having a
I'm
conversation.
not annoyed.
What do you mean by suspicious?
Something suspicious. Why would you drop out?
Because he realized after someone told him the truth
Mhm.
that people were not going to come out and vote for him because he is older and he is slower and
Mhm.
he is having some ability to fight the fight we need him to fight.
Mhm. My
So
thing
he
is,
made a decision that I think is something that most politicians would never do, which is say, you know what? I'm going to let go of power and move away. Let me just read some of the comments. Jesse said, I think some of it is lack of education. People talk about their failed administration, but they accomplish so much. Thank you. True. Charlie, we love you, Charlie, said go Harris. And he talks about LBJ, which we
Yes.
totally get. And Alma just said he was strategic. He let them spend their money on going against him and waited until the RNC was over. It was a good move. And Charlie just said he's 100% go.
No,
home.
he's 100 years old. Go home, take your
Oh,
shoes.
he's 100. Go home and take your shoes off. Okay, sorry. But Tony, I'm concerned that you said it's suspicious. So you think there's something nefarious going on?
Yes, I
in
do.
the Democratic Party.
No, not just the Democratic Party, period. Something
Who?
not right.
You
Something's
think
not
somebody
right.
is trying to force him out?
You think
Something else going on I don't see. That's what I'm looking for.
I need more information because that's not enough for me.
I don't
What
have
is
enough
it you think is
information.
happening?
Something doesn't feel right about this. It doesn't. Something doesn't feel right about this at
You don't
all.
know what it is. It just doesn't feel right. To
Yes,
you.
it just doesn't.
What doesn't feel right? That he turned around and said, I don't want to be the nominee?
It doesn't feel right that he dropped out of the race. They actually broke it down on Fox News that he was losing sponsorships and support. Okay, that makes total sense. Most of the people in the Democratic Party wanted him gone. Okay, that's fine. But if you're going to sit back and be in office, all you got to do is finish your term. Now that you dropped out the race, they're also going to try to make him give up his seat and give it to Kamala. There's a pattern building. It really
But the
is.
thing is, he's finishing his term.
Tony, he's
They're
finishing.
trying to get him to give it up now.
I know he's not doing that. He's
I
finishing
didn't
his
think he was
term.
going to drop either. I didn't think he was going to drop either. I'm just saying something don't look right.
Okay, but Tony, can I just, first of all, the fact that you're watching Fox News scares me, but that's
I watch every news channel. I watch all of
okay.
them.
I'm just going to throw this out there. I'm just saying, if anyone on the planet in the political world was going to turn around and do the right thing, it's that man.
He said it on his
The
speech.
man who turned around and was like, you know what? I'm going to be second seat to the first African-American president, and I'm going to usher in the first woman, African-American, Asian president.
She's not African-American.
Okay, you and I can
Actually,
have a
Tony,
conversation about
okay.
whatever.
She's Indian,
Black,
Jamaican.
whatever.
She's
Okay,
Indian, Jamaican.
I don't want to talk about what.
Why you do that? You asked me. I'm answering.
I didn't ask
But
you
the-
that.
but
I
the
am
thing
talking
is
about.
But she even though she's of Jamaican descent,
Yes.
She is
she's
from.
an American. She is
That's
an
right.
American
I
citizen.
don't want to fight about this ethnicity.
Yeah.
I thought she was Canadian.
Tony.
No.
Canadian.
What
Yeah,
is
I
going
did.
on?
No.
She's not Canadian. Did
That's
you
not
say she's
true.
Canadian?
Okay, no, that's fine. I just said I saw
Stop
it.
listening to Fox. That's your
She's a
first.
person
I
of
just
color,
told you I listen to
period.
more than just Fox. I watch all the news channels. I watch
No,
all
you
of them.
don't. Clearly, you don't because you're doing the
Okay.
talking points of Fox.
Okay.
Melanie just said the way he dropped out is highly suspicious. So you
Yes,
both
thank
are in
you.
the same camp. Here's the thing.
Mhm.
I believe that it's easy to want to feed into the bullshittery that Fox keeps pushing out instead of thinking the easy thing, which is he understood that the polls were telling him that young people weren't going to come out,
Mhm.
For
that
him.
people were scared after that debate because they knew that he was slurring his speech. This wasn't about stuttering because I'm a stutterer, so you
No,
all
he was
know
slurring.
that.
He was slurring more than stuff.
He was in a space where he realized his age had taken over. And what I am saying to you is, wait, Tony, you wanted him to stay in?
He can't verbalize his thoughts. I think he still got it mentally. Me, myself.
Totally,
I think
that's
he
his
still
mental.
got it.
That's not a question, but what is it for you?
He has support, and I think he could have done the term, but he was going to lose. I think he knew he was going to lose because Democratic constituency was going Republican or independent or not even going to vote at all. We had a lot of that, and I'm discussing this with a lot of people over the past couple of
Right.
watching what's going on. So I just hate that he dropped out. It does not feel right to me.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you something I wasn't going to share with people because I had fights with Joel, I had fights with Andrea, not fights with Andrea, but we had a conversation. Billy, my brother from the mother, was upset with me. So I was so upset with how the Democratic Party dealt with this situation that I changed parties.
You said that earlier. You was an independent, right?
I now became an independent because I was so upset with how the Democratic Party dealt with this situation. It angered me so much. And here's the thing. California is an open primary state. That's very important to understand. So if it wasn't an open primary state, I wouldn't have done it. But I needed to be an independent because I was so sick of the Democratic Party.
I understand that.
Charlie just said, obviously, the heavyweight Dems told him they weren't confident he could win, and she was ready. Exactly. Jesse said, this feels weird. Melanie said, the way he dropped out is highly suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
So let me say a couple things. Jesse said, yes, Carmen, I was furious with how they treated her. I was furious, and I'm done with the Democratic Party. But here's what I'm going to say. Tony, I feel like there is only one person who is a political figure that I have known my entire life that I've been involved in politics, which is since the Reagan era, Reagan era.
Yes.
My apologies, because that's when I became of age to understand what was going on.
You
and
same time frame as I was, exactly.
Okay,
exactly.
right. So Reagan is when I started under trickle-down economics and all this stuff or whatever. And I've always been in the middle. I think most Americans are more to the middle. We're not like left-leaning or right-leaning. We're more in the middle. We have discrepancies about, the death penalty or about abortion or whatever. But at the end of the day, I believe in my heart that most Americans are in the middle. Like, we can have conversations. Okay. Here's the thing I'm going to say about Biden. I do not believe Biden had ever been told the truth about the polls. And the polls were real. The polls about Gen Z not being enthused, not being excited, not being interested. Gen Z doesn't care about what his legacy is or what they've done. They're like, we're not interested if you're like this old fart who's like talking about bullshit and talking slow, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I think he was not told the truth. And what I'm angry about, and the reason why I left the Democratic Party this past 2 weeks, is because I thought it could be handled with better grace and with class, and it could have been done better. They should have told him a year ago. After the State of the Union address, I noticed he was slowing. The
most recent one he did?
The last year's State of the Union address.
You think he was slower? You think he was slower?
Yeah, you could see his age. I don't think people told him the truth. And when George Clooney came out and did an op-ed, let me just tell all my friends right now. Let me just tell everybody. If I'm doing something wrong or I ain't on point, you don't write a motherfucking op-ed. Just call my ass, email me, call me. Let's have a conversation. Don't embarrass my ass in an op-ed in the New York Times, okay? Of all the people in all of our political lives who would have turned around and done the right thing and said, you know what? I cannot turn around and try to do this for another 4 years, it would have always been Joe Biden.
Well,
that
wait
now. Only person.
I want to jump in on that.
Go ahead.
I got that. He could have waited till he lost. Honestly.
Why would we? Are you out of your fucking mind? Why would we wait till we lost?
Because he ain't supposed to quit shit. That's why.
No, wait, what? I don't want Trump
That's
to
a military mentality.
He's supposed to quit.
That's a military
He
mentality.
has support. Let's be clear. He has plenty of support. He just didn't think he was going to win.
Right. So he's doing the right thing by dropping out and giving her a chance.
We cannot risk another 4 years of Trump. And I know there are people.
It's about to happen. And I'm not even It's about to happen.
Right. Here's the thing. Because Rick, I apologize because I know a lot of your followers follow me and they are Trump supporters. I want to be respectful.
I don't want nobody mad at anybody.
No. We're just having a conversation.
I'm going to stay my own. Yeah, me and Carmen. This is nothing with Rick, nothing with Mario, nothing with them.
Let me give love to our people.
Don't be mad at them.
We can have this
y'all on the internet, y'all do a whole lot of yapping, kick a whole lot of opinions, and don't want to hear nobody else. Don't get mad at who people are around.
Tony, stop. Stop.
I'm always stopping.
I don't want you to do that. I respect the people that follow us.
No, I just don't want y'all to be responsible for how I'm going to say what I'm going to say.
No, you're going to say what you're going to say, but they got to say what they got to say. What I'm trying to say, and you can say whatever you need to say. What I'm trying to say is my problem with the whole issue with Biden and how the Democrats chose to deal with it, I thought was wrong.
I
But I
understand.
think of all the politicians I've known, and I've been following this since the Reagan era. I am a huge political person. I know people don't know this, but I am a huge political person. And Joe Biden is the only politician who would have always done the right thing for his country versus for himself. I
said that
feel
this-
very connected to him in that I know I would do the same exact thing.
He
I
said
would.
that in his speech, and I fully understand that. Don't
He's
get
a
me
good
wrong,
man.
but I think he had enough support to at least. I hate that he quit. I really hate that he quit.
I hate that he quit too, but
That's my whole
I
point. And
understand
just
why
to
he.
answer your question, I think he should have stuck the fight out. Yes, he's got too many years in politics to step down like he did.
Here's the thing, though, his legacy, Tony.
Mhm.
Look I'm not going to lie to you. I love Joe Biden, and that's why I left the Democratic Party. I did it last
The
week.
party did him dirty.
I
It's him
did.
and
I
Andrew Yang and a
became
bunch of
independent.
candidates. Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Here's the thing.
That's fine.
I feel very comfortable in that. I think he did the right thing because I don't think he could do the next 4 years. I
No.
don't think he could. And I know his heart wants to, but let's talk about it. Age is a thing. Age is a thing. Look,
Age
I
is a
used
thing.
I used to be able to do backflips and a split and get up and run 5 miles. I was like, but you know what I can't do today? Exactly that. Things change. Melanie said, I wanna reach out to Melanie. Melanie is a great supporter of our show. And Melanie and I couldn't be more opposite on so many things. And I love her because it shows us what we can be as a country,
How we're supposed to be.
how we're supposed to be. So Melanie said, I won't be mad.
Mhm.
And she said, I disagree. And Melanie, thank you so much. I appreciate you. And I see your post and I'm like, oh my God. And I just appreciate that. I think we are the best part of what we can be in this country, which is people who disagree and can still have things in common that combine us. And Tony, I know what you're saying,
Mhm.
but I feel like he had to do what he had to do. What was wrong was that people weren't telling him the truth. And we know that from the last speech he gave. And when he was talking about it, before he decided to move on, he turned around and he said, the polling doesn't show that. The polling shows that I'm fine. And I was like, baby, the polling don't show that. He was not told the truth by his own staff. That's why I switched parties. That's why I was pissed. We should be better.
I think that I have to be honest and
Go ahead,
say
Mario.
I think that as my grandmother would say, that was kitchen table talk. All of the stuff that they should have been saying to him, it should have been kitchen table talk.
Thank you.
That should not have been. That should have never played out in the public. It should have never. They should have. My senators, they should have never diminished him in public. I'm really pissed the hell off with George Clooney for doing the shit that he did, because that was some bullshit. If
I
you
was
had
pissed.
concerns, you could have taken it to somebody privately and
Go
quietly
talk
and
to
said,
him.
I think they were. I think
George
they were.
No,
Clooney could
That
talk
way.
to him.
there was no justification for an op-ed to diminish that man in public. It was uncalled for and unnecessary.
I think a bunch
Now
of them
that
tried
I
to talk to
stand
him in
on
private
business
for
on
years.
that, and I don't disagree that the fact that he wanted to step aside. I'm fine with that. I'm cool. I understand where he is coming from. However,
Mhm.
there should have been a private conversation behind closed doors to have them have this come to Jesus about all of this. And then they could have come together as a collective to make that decision and make a public announcement. And that would have been that on that. Because we already saw what he did with
I
the
agree, Alma.
debate.
I agree, Alma. Now, Mario, I want to say I really do think they had the private conversations with him for years. They have been having those conversations. I
I
really
don't think so.
No, they
I'm
haven't.
with Carmen.
He came out in that after that meeting and
Mhm.
he said the polls don't show that I'm gonna lose. And that was 3 weeks ago. And that's when I knew they had not been telling him the truth. That's
Okay.
why I left the Democratic Party, Tony.
Okay.
That's why I was pissed. Because here's the thing about the Democratic Party. I've been pissed for a long time. The fact that when Barack Obama was in office and Mitch McConnell totally turned around and denied him the ability to seat a Supreme Court justice when RBJ died, that was the beginning of this bullshittery. Because never in the history of our country has a president not been able to turn around and seat a Supreme Court justice when someone has died. So Ruth Bader Ginsburg died, and Mitch McConnell turned around and said, no, we're not going to have that. And here's the thing, Democrats did not pull up a huge, right? Because we weren't in the majority. They did not fight. They did not scream. They just were like, okay, whatever. I have been angry about that since day one because we treated Barack Obama in a bullshit way, and we denied him the ability to do what every president has done since day one, which is when a Supreme Court justice dies, we turn around and we.
Yes.
So I was so angry that was one of the biggest ones that pissed me off.
Mm-hmm.
The Democrats are here's what I want to say. Democrats are great people. We follow rules. We want to do the right thing. We want to be good. But at the end of the day, we don't fight. We don't fight mean. We don't, like, people in the Republican Party will fight with knives and guns. But, Democrats will come and be like, we're going to fight with our fists. Right. And I'm so done with it because we need to be more radical about it. We need to save our republic. Mm-hmm. And I am angry and saddened and depressed because of all the people politically who would have gratefully turned around and said, you know what, this is not the right thing. I need to move on. Joe Biden and Jimmy Carter. Those are the only two people that always would put country over power. All the other politicians,
I don't know if they're the only two. I know what you're saying, but I don't know if they're the only two. I know what you're saying, though.
Well, who else? Name one.
Put the country over power because cats loved Reagan.
Who?
They loved Reagan.
It's not about loving Reagan, but Reagan had Alzheimer's in his last year and didn't give up power.
He didn't give up power, but people loved him and they supported the hell out of him.
I did not believe in Reagan trickle-down theory.
I didn't believe a lot of it either, but
I liked Reagan.
The last president that the majority of the people loved was Reagan.
No. That's absolutely not true.
Sure.
You may have loved Reagan.
I didn't love Reagan.
It's not the majority of people. That's not true.
Okay. Cats love that dude.
You need to give me some references, but that's not true.
Okay.
Look at Tony. I feel like I liked Reagan a lot. I didn't believe in the trickle down there, kind of bullshittery. Here's what I'm going to say to people. The idea that rich people would have a lot of money and then turn around and give it to poor people is bullshit. Like, rich people are rich people for a reason, because this is not to say that they're bad or not good people or whatever, but rich people don't give away their money.
Except for the Gates.
What?
Except for the Gates do.
Well, Gates and Warren Buffett are a different situation, and
entirely. He's right. Yeah, they're entirely separate. I agree, Carmen.
They're a separate situation. What I'm saying is this idea that trickle-down economics is something that the Republican Party keeps trying to push is not going to happen. It's never happened, and it's not happening now. Just said, Carmen, I don't understand your comment about we should be radical. Did I say we should be radical?
You did. Yeah, you did.
I feel like the Democratic Party should do a better job of being angry and fixing things. I don't know if I said radical. I mean, I must have said radical, but I'm angry because we don't do the things we need to do. When Barack Obama was denied a seat on the Supreme Court, which is something that has been done forever as a president, we should have been motherfucking radical. We should have been in the streets. We should have been angry. We should have told Mitch McConnell no. We should have made it happen, because what ended up happening was we ended up all these Supreme Court justices that were not people that we wanted.
I think she misinterpreted your comment.
Jesse
She's saying
said using guns and knives is wrong and illegal. We all need to use our voices and vote, not anything else.
I don't think that's what you were saying. I believe you were saying, because you're saying they believe in being more radical in terms of how they attack Democrats and independents, whereas you're saying that Democrats are being a little bit more passive, and you are saying that we need to use our voices a little bit louder. I don't think that you were saying we need to use guns or knives.
No.
That's not what you were saying.
No. Thank you, Mario. I am not an advocate for guns at all, or knives, or any of that. But I am an advocate for when things are wrong in the Democratic Party, that we are vocal, that we are angry, that we are in the streets, that we are doing whatever it takes to make our voices known. And we don't do that. We don't.
Exactly.
We don't do that at all.
Yeah, I think she was taking it literally.
Thank you, all. Stop pulling
yeah.
punches and attack back full out. Exactly. That's it.
Yeah. Because see, the thing is, if we attack them like they're attacking them, then they would be like, you see how they are? You see they're attacking us? But yet and still they won't, when they use their words or their dog whistles, as I like to say, then they don't understand. Oh, I didn't say that. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, let me just I want to say something to Melanie. Melanie is a great supporter of our show, and I don't want to dismiss something that she said. For some reason, it's gone in my chat area.
I see posts that you hit.
Yeah, I can't see. I'm trying to look for it. Melanie is a supporter of our show, and we definitely have different points of view. I see her post on her website and on her Facebook page, and I'm respectful. I love that she supports the show, but she just said something that I can't really see, so I want to try to find it so that I can talk about it for a moment. Hold on one second. I can't see it. Do you guys see? It's her last post that she just said that she sees my.
She said she
post
sees
that you
your
hit
like.
the like button on. Yeah.
yeah, she said you saw something you liked it, a post she made or something like that.
Right. So I'm definitely I'm not a left-leaning liberal. I'm definitely a Democrat. I have now become an independent, but I will vote Democrat. There is no doubt that I have issues with Donald Trump, and I have issues with people who support Donald Trump, and that I feel that people who support Donald Trump have been misinformed. And I feel as if, because I'm from Boston and I've followed him for so long, not that I'm from New York, but I lived in New York for a while. We've always known who Donald Trump is. And what bothers me about Donald Trump is that he used to be a Democrat. He used to be a liberal Democrat.
People I've known from New York, a lot of people never liked him.
No, of course.
They never did.
Never liked
You're
him.
right. And the manipulation factor and the ability to talk to people in such a way so that they will support him, it angers me so much. Like, it
They're
hurts.
following the money. That's why they're voting for him. They're following the money. That's all it is.
I think some people really believe in what he keeps saying. So I hear you, Tony, but when I think of people like Melanie, who
I'm gonna catch myself. You know what? I actually do want to apologize, because I've been doing these political conversations for the past couple of weeks, and I'll be ready for. I'll be so ready to go in. So
you know what?
To be up here, and this is fine.
No. And here's the difference between you and me. You don't have to apologize. We're all angry, and I think we have to get to a place where we can actually have conversations and actually try to understand each other's point of view.
Listen, I
I
just can't
respect
avoid-
Melanie. She has been supportive of this show. I am not going to ever dismiss her opinion, but I do think that what's happening with Trump is able to give people a voice from the working class, especially white working class, where they feel they haven't been heard. I'm not mad at that.
There's an aspect I don't think a lot of people think. I want to
Go
give
ahead.
you that one.
Go
I
ahead.
have you just said something I don't think I've ever heard from a lot of folks out there. You're giving white middle class a voice who don't feel like they can speak. Now, we can debate and argue that all day. I know folks on the internet that'll go crazy with it. And I've been having, like I said, I've been doing this past couple of weeks.
Mhm.
I'm so open against these Trump supporters because their racisms and their biases come out so hard when all you want to do is attack Democrats and call everybody liberals, but you swear you independent and you ain't saying nothing against Republicans for the past 4 years.
Mhm.
See, I'm on all of them. And they want to sit back and tell me, why you voting for Democrat? I said, tell me one thing Republicans have done for black folks over the past 60 years. They all get quiet. You want me to vote for a party that hasn't done anything for my demographic, but you swear that the demographic I support hasn't done anything either. So until you give me a decent answer, a bunch of us probably are not going to vote. And just because I'm not voting for Trump does not mean I'm going to vote Democrat. You're making a bunch of assumptions based off of your own damn feeling. That's why the conversation needs to go on both sides. People need to listen and understand each other instead of coming with their opinion before anybody else has finished their statement. Whew, sorry.
Okay, but Tony, the thing about Trump is allowing people to feel it's not true, but it's allowing people to feel like they have a voice. And I
Understand.
don't want to dismiss that. They are feeling as if they are not being heard, they are not being considered in what's happening. The country is changing, and it is a hard thing for white people. I'm just going to
I'm
say,
trying to exhale. I'm sorry.
no, it's okay. It's a
Not my
hard
fault.
thing for white people
Forgive
who
me.
have been, wait, let me just say this. It's a hard thing for white people who have been in power for so long to be able to deal with the fact
That they're going to lose it.
they're not going to, they're not going to lose it. They are learning to understand that other people have contributed to this society, that our history has been wrong, that our history involves people of color.
Mhm.
And it is a difficult thing when you think you have been the person who's been in charge of everything that's been great about this country. And I get it. I absolutely understand that. And I don't want to take that away from them. The problem that really is that Trump is somebody who has taken that need and has manipulated it. And he's harnessed it in such a way that it is like they don't see anything wrong with him. They don't see that his wife, I mean, this is kind of the most ecstatic thing. His wife has naked pictures online of that are ridiculous that you would never see
I
of
wasn't
a
going to do
first
that.
lady.
Just
I
saw
wasn't.
one today.
I
They
wasn't going to do that. I wasn't going to do that. They did that against her when he won. They threw him right back out there once he won the first election.
no,
That was
but
disrespectful.
they don't see, but they
She
don't
did that to herself, though, Tony. Come on now.
She
Stop.
did. It was previous. Those
look
pictures.
at this.
They were
Hey,
old.
I am not against Melania Trump. You do what you need to do to get in this country. I am all for Melania Trump doing what she needs to do. That is not what I'm talking about. What I'm saying is the veil of bullshittery is so thick that people cannot see what is right in front of them. Donald Trump doesn't have any policies he can stand behind. Name one. Give me one policy he can stand behind that is real and effective and transformative. Give me one. Give me one. I would,
I like what Jesse said.
Jesse just said he is giving people permission to not be respectful to anyone, not like them. Not all of them, because my family is not disrespectful, but many people want permission to be bigots. So I'm going to disagree with that. Let me just say what Alma said. Alma said, but his policies will be detrimental to that base. He's selling the illusion of power, true, and playing into their fears. Jesse said before, half of my family and some of my closest friends love Trump. They are wonderful people. They believe everything. So I'm not I know a lot of people who love Trump, and I'm not going to be mean to them because I understand where they're coming from. What they don't understand, we need to give them compassion. We need to understand where they're coming from. Part of it is they're losing what they believe is their actual power as white people in this country. That's a hard thing to deal with. Imagine if you always thought you were on top.
And then you lost it.
And then you lost it.
That's what I said at the beginning. They're losing it.
That is a hard thing to deal with. But on top of it, my problem with Trump is that he is a liar. He's in it for himself. He has never been honest. He has never been a good person. He has never been someone who cared about other people. And by the way, this is before he ran for politics. I am from Boston, Massachusetts. I lived in New York. I knew who he was in New York. He has never been a person who cared about other people.
What's up, Michael?
Michael just said white people killed the Indians, millions of Mexicans. They brought in slaves, and the U.S. was the white man's country. Only whites were allowed to buy property, get loans, eat at a restaurant for a long time. White people lost a lot of what they still want, some privilege. Here's the thing. I am tired of being mean to white people who are in this situation because it's not working. We can't. Look, I keep thinking, like, if I was a white person and in this situation, how would I feel about the whole world changing on a dime?
Agreed.
It would be so hard. And I think the fact of the matter is that Donald Trump, regardless of the white people aspect or whatever, is just not a good person. And the fact that when I talk to people who support Trump, they can't tell me one policy. They can't tell me something that isn't racist. They can't tell me something that isn't ridiculous. They can't tell me something that they really believe in. Is all I need to know that they've been kind of in a cultified situation. And I'm not mad at them for that. I'm mad at Trump for that. I'm not mad at them for that. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say that oftentimes, they say reading is fundamental. And if you study to know thyself approved, then if you know the facts, then you don't have to worry about it. And and then another thing my pastor used to say, he used to always say, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge."
What's up, ATM man? How you
Meaning they just didn't.
Yeah.
If you study for yourself, and even if you study the Bible or read books or whatever, if you know the true policies and you study for yourself, then nobody can tell you anything, because then you know for yourself what the real law is, what the truth is. And if you study, then you'll know what it is. It is what it is. But
I know, but
again,
Mario, I'm going to stop you because I think you're expecting too much from people. Are watching Fox. They're watching alternative media that feeds into.
No, I agree with you, but you're depending on a news outlet instead of finding out for yourself.
Okay, true. Yeah. It's a tough time. We're in a tough situation, and I am not angry with Trump supporters. I'm actually sad. I am sad every day that I hear him speak. Hi, Etanine. Is that how you
That's
say
18. That's one of my homeboys from college.
Biden administration rewrote title to allow.
Was that Biden
It's a
administration?
computer against.
I think that was under Obama. I thought that was under
So
Obama.
let me just throw this
No.
out there.
That's not true.
We can choose to be one entity policy voters. I don't know enough about Title
Title IX.
9
Yeah.
to allow men to compete against women. I think you're talking about the transgender situation. I think that's a very nuanced conversation.
Yeah.
That is not about the big picture thing. I think at the end of the day, I would trust Democrats with the nuance as opposed to what is being called the Republican Party at the moment. I have my issues with look it. I was called out the other day. I'll just tell you because I wasn't using the right pronouns in a huge meeting with big time people, and I apologized because I kept saying you guys. I kept saying you guys.
And that got a controversial.
No. But it's a professional meeting, and I want to be a better person. I want to do right by people. It's verbiage. It's not a big deal. You know what I mean? Like I can change my verbiage. I can be better at it. It's not a big deal. I think the thing about whether it's like somebody's transgender and they're competing against somebody who's a woman and whatever, it's so nuanced, it's beyond my capability. I'll just admit that right now. Michael just said no one is perfect, but Trump purposely breaks all of the 10 commandments every day with no remorse. I don't know how a Christian could overlook the sin. I'm not going to make judgments on Christians, and I'm not going to make judgments on Trump supporters because I want to respect those people. I think it's a tough time. I think we're in a tough situation. Jesse just said, Carmen, that is why I said many. My family and friends are disrespectful or bigots.
Aren't.
But look at aren't.
Yes.
Are not disrespectful or bigots. But look at social media, look at what politicians are saying. Bigotry isn't only against minorities. Some of the very conservatives don't like anyone not like them. They are afraid that being gay is contagious. I can't read all this because it's going too fast. Making people learn about the Christian Bible in public school. I can't read it. When
Making
they are
people
not,
learn about the Christian Bible.
Can somebody else read it? Because
I've got it. Making people learn about the Christian Bible in public schools when they aren't Christian. It's all about not accepting people like them.
Right. Listen, I think we need to be a better type of people. And I think the conservative, what's being called the Trump kind of thing that's happening, it's not a conservative Republican, it's a different thing. I think Trump is changing the way in which we see things, and I believe people are more in the middle than they are extremes. And yeah,
I know what you're saying. I just
go ahead, Tony.
No, I know what you're saying. I just don't think I 100% agree.
Go ahead, tell me. Go ahead.
The reason why you're correct is because of how many people are going independent. But the independents always have their faults against one specific party politically.
Yeah, but that's human. That's okay.
But that doesn't. It's a mess. Most of the illegal
of the illegal immigrants in this country are white. Let me talk on that. I have family and people I love who are from Poland, who are from different countries. No one would ever question whether or not they didn't renew their visa. You know what I mean? Like it's so much easier. It's because they are from white countries. But immigrants from Mexico or from Central America, I did a TikTok about this. Like, by the way, everyone who speaks Spanish is not a Mexican. So stop calling all Spanish-speaking people Mexicans. My mother was from Honduras, which is Central American. There's also El Salvador, Guatemala. There are many different countries from Central America. We are not all Mexican, so please stop doing that.
Yeah, that's ignorant.
Idiots.
It's not idiots. People just don't know.
They're ignorant.
They do know. They're just stupid.
No, I think Trump has made it pretty
Stupid.
prevalent that all Mexicans are bad people.
Carmen,
Which
most
they
of
are
Trump
not.
most of these Trump supporters have been around since the 70s and 80s, and Central America had a war where all the countries had to be discovered and found. They've been talking about MS-13 for the past 20 years. They stupid.
Tony, you're forgetting
No,
that these people have never been questioned about their power and who they are as white people.
They stupid.
Exactly.
Never. Not once.
They stupid.
This is new. They are not stupid. They are
Uninformed.
uninformed, and they are in a flux of a situation where they are confused because they've always been in power. Even when they didn't know they were in power, they were in power, and they're confused.
They stupid.
They are not.
No. We're not going to say that, Tony.
You sound like Trump.
Stop calling everybody liberals. How about that? Now y'all see how y'all look.
Wait, say what? What did you just say?
A bunch of them need to stop calling everybody liberals because they love to do that. Liberals and Democrats, liberals and Democrats, liberals and Democrats. I'll call them stupid. They do it all over social media, and everybody know I ain't lying.
That's not you're just making yourself the same way they are. You're putting yourself in that same category by doing
playing calm and it not working. I'll admit it. So you're right. I'm gonna stop. I'm sorry.
I don't think you need to be sorry, but I feel like
I'm sorry for your show. I'm sorry for your show because this is yours. This is not mine.
No, it's my show, and I brought it up because I think it's an important time that we're in right now. And here's the thing, Tony, you have a powerful voice. You have the ability to help people.
I try.
And I think calling people what you were saying is not fair. I can only let me just say what I'm going to say. I feel like not understanding where people are coming from is part of our problem. And
they don't want to understand where anybody else is coming from.
That's not true. Some people have been sucked into the Trumpism, and the Trumpism is fierce. Jesse just said, sorry, I don't mean regular conservatives, regular Republicans. I'm referring to the more radical ones like MTG and her group. I got you. Alma said, educate the
I had to think who MTG was. My bad.
Michael Bubbles, I love his name. Trump had 4 years and spent billions on the impenetrable wall. Well, why are illegals still getting through? It's Biden's fault. So his wall didn't work after 4 years, and now he's going to fix it. First of all, the whole Biden bullshittery is a lie. There are not more immigrants coming into this country. You know what? I'm not even going to go there because I don't
even entertain that.
Let me just say this.
Keep on moving.
I'm sorry, Mario. You know what?
Let me just stop. Let's
move on.
No, I don't want to move on. No, I think this is we're past our hour. Let me just say this. Immigrants are what this country is all about.
Exactly.
100%.
And the idea that we are upset with people coming into this country who are brown and black versus all the people who come into this country who are
look
white,
like them, who don't say anything about.
They miss their visas, they do whatever. We need to stop that. What we need to do is have a really great comprehensive immigration policy that works for all people. But your racism is showing when you're so confused about what is happening south of the border. That's all I'm gonna say. Stop it. You're better than this. We are so much better. I believe we're better than this. Mario and Tony are like, no, we're not.
I haven't said anything. I'm just.
I believe in this country. You know what? I still believe. I believe in these people. I believe in the United States. I believe in these people. I have faith. And I am just sorry that Trump is who he is. I wish he was a better person. Michael just said my grandma was an immigrant from Poland. Every white person in New York was in the early 1900s. So I have family from Poland who are here. And Melanie, we can agree, girl. Yes, Melanie just said politicians need turbulence. I'm gonna add the Supreme Court justice.
Thank you. Say it for the people in the back.
Go ahead, Melanie. You see how we can connect? Melanie and I do not have the same political ideas, and we can agree on this shit. Go ahead, girl.
The
ahead, Tony.
politicians do have term limits. They keep getting reelected.
No, Supreme Court justices need
Supreme
term
Court
limits.
is
No.
I almost can't because that's a lifetime job off the rip.
Tony, she's saying politicians, like if you're a senator or if you're a House member or whatever, you
They
have
can't
term
keep
limits.
re-electing
You
themselves
can't
for
keep being reelected because you're done after 8 years or 10 years, whatever.
You're done.
Give it to you, but they're not going to change it because we had that
No.
one.
Look, we just dreaming about a better America. That's what the girl is
I'm with
talking
y'all. I'm with
about.
y'all on it.
And let me just say this on the podcast. Melanie and I have different views, and she is on point. That's what we agree with.
She's been on point. Yeah.
Okay. Yes to term limits, Alma. Absolutely. And Jesse just said, yeah, the Supreme Court. That's what we're talking
Michael.
about. The Supreme Court.
She normally cuts this down in an hour, and we're already at 2.5.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, Michael. Thank you. What about the girl that got shot with pot? Okay. No, Michael. We're not going to talk about that.
Sonia Massey.
Yeah, say her name again. Go ahead, Mario. Say it again.
Sonia Massey.
Yes.
It's
Sonia Massey.
Don't y'all sit back and talk to me.
Say it again. Her name is Sonia Massey.
Y'all doing that bullshit. I'm sorry.
Mario, go ahead. Say it again.
Her name is Sonia Massey.
Mm-hmm.
Her name is Sonia Massey.
Say it again.
Sonia Massey.
If you don't know who that is, please Google it. Check it out.
They're showing her murder all over the internet.
Here's the thing. I know there's a lot of hyperbole. I know there's a lot of that. There is no one on the planet that could watch that video and not be completely beside themselves as the power and the bullshittery of the police department. So I don't want to bring it to joy because I think it's important for us to also understand that part of our joy is fighting for things that are right. We need a better police department everywhere. And I know good cops are like, no, we're good. You know what? If you have one bad cop, then you're all bad. That's what happens.
Listen, that's just like some people who say, I have black friends. I have friends who are cops. You know what I'm saying? I have friends who are cops. A couple of my classmates are cops. I have a family member who is a sheriff. That doesn't mean they're all great.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? But they have to all do better. Point blank period. I have to pause on that subject. I'm sorry.
No. Listen, I think it's an important subject. I'm glad someone brought it up. I don't call the cops for anything because I'm afraid. And the way I grew up, I saw what cops did and didn't do. And a teen, it doesn't mean that they're all bad either. But here's the problem.
We're not saying that.
We're not saying that, but here's the problem. It doesn't matter. If you don't stand by what is right, your entire organization is labeled with the 1, 5, 10, 15 people who are bad. So as an organization and as a woman of color, you are bad because I need you to stand up. I need you to acknowledge what has happened. I need the justice system to do right by it. And I need you to turn around and change what is happening. You cannot be okay with being killed because you called the cops for help. I am not going to cry on this episode. Google it. And here's the thing. Telling cops that they need to figure out who they are in the world and understand that every bad cop makes you bad is exactly the problem. I am someone who walks into a company and I try to figure out what's going on, and I
Right.
try to figure out what the bad part is, and I take it the fuck out so that the company can thrive and do well. How is it possible that cops keep killing Black people over and over again, and we can't figure out how to get them out? How is that possible? Because
Yeah.
cops don't want to take responsibility for their bullshittery. End of story. I do this every fucking day. She should not be dead.
No, I agree with you.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
It's bullshit. Stop supporting the cops. Start supporting what is right and understanding what is wrong. I am not against the police. I am not. I love the police and I love the firemen more. But I'm just saying, Cynthia, I'm giving you props. But I'm just saying, cops are not doing themselves any good by this bullshittery. Stop it. If you have a bad cop, get them the fuck out. Get them the fuck out. Okay, we're at 2:29. Wow.
You have a lot of editing to do.
You know what? This ain't gonna go on a podcast because I'm tired, man. I don't know. I feel like I need to read people. Etanine said, we've all fought so hard to get away from the thought process of one bad Black person reflects on all of us. How can you transfer that thought process to the police? Because the police keep telling us and showing us every motherfucking day that they are bad. That's why. Because I am sick and tired of seeing Black people being killed by cops. I don't see white people being killed by cops. Show me, tell me where the last white person was killed by a motherfucking cop. Show me.
Michael said, is Rick's mic on?
Yes.
Rick ain't stupid. He ain't getting in the middle of this.
Thank you for joining All About the Joy today.
Welcome to All About
Hey,
the
I'm tired.
Hey,
Joy.
look
I'm
it. Let me
tired.
give you some joy about this shit. The problem, All About the Joy is always going to be a show that isn't going to be fake. The joy I can find in this is that I can turn around and say what I need to say, and people on here can say what they need to say, and we can find a way in which we can be more positive. We can find joy in it. We can find a way to resolve it. That's what All About the Joy is. This isn't a fucking fake show where we're gonna be like, oh my God, everything's fucking rainbows and unicorns. It's not gonna be that.
Carmen, what are you saying?
Sassy
Were you
Carmen is back.
I'm
confused?
looking for trolls and rainbows and unicorns.
Wait,
What
were
are
you confused,
doing?
bitch? I'm so
Carmen,
sorry.
you're disillusioning me. Stop.
Hey, the show's supposed to be an hour. We're at 2 hours and 31 minutes. I don't know why you confusion, Mario. You can all leave at any time you want. They can all leave whenever they want. No. The show is not about being fake. The show is about
Exactly,
being real.
Alma. Exactly, Alma.
Alma said when they keep harassing brown people for earning a living, but leave the white person panhandling right next to them alone. Exactly.
Right next to them, the fuck alone. Exactly.
That's right.
Okay, I got a story for y'all. Back when I was dating my wife before we were married. No, I'm telling you, this is relevant. I was driving through Monterey Park, and we got pulled over.
Mhm.
And the only reason we got pulled over is because I was driving my wife through their city. And the cop pulled us over, and he leaned over to my wife and said, "Ma'am, are you okay?" And my wife said, "Why wouldn't I be?" She's like, "Well," he's like, "I just was concerned, and I was just checking to make sure you were okay." So you
No,
pulled
you ain't,
me
AT.
over, and she said, "So you pulled me over because I'm with my man? Is that what you telling me?"
Yeah.
And basically, that's what it was. We were in college still. Now, just imagine how young we were.
Yeah.
And I'm driving through Monterey Park, going back to school at Cal State LA, mind you, minding my business. We had just had dinner, going back to school, and got pulled over because I was what? a black man with
That's right.
a non-black person.
Mm-hmm.
Point blank period. Nothing else. And
18, you better not
basically,
keep us here another 2.5 hours. Sorry, that's my homework.
I know Etienne I love that comment. That was great. That officer has been fired and charged
You
with
ain't
murder.
changed a bit in 30 years, you jit.
Yeah. Hey, I mean Mario is on point. I think people. I think a
I'm
lot of
waiting on
white
you,
people
cuz.
get
Don't make me come out
stunned.
there. I'm sorry.
mhm.
No, Tony, it's okay. I think white people get thrown by the idea that we have had experiences with cops and with this situation because they can't fathom it. And I totally
No, they don't. They can't. They don't know
they
what that
can't
is.
fathom it because it's never happened to them. They can't. I've had experiences where cops have pulled me over. I've had cops. I told this story recently in Santa Monica here in California where I've had cops stop me because I was waiting. I was sitting outside of a school waiting for Whole Foods to open up. And the cops came up behind me and then they clearly called another cop to come up and pull up in front of me. And I'm just sitting there on my phone waiting for Whole Foods to open up because it was so early in the morning and the gate wasn't up to the parking lot. Do you know how scared I was? I was so I don't know how to explain it. And it's not because I'm like, oh my God, it's because we know what can happen
Happen.
if you do the
Mhm.
wrong thing. And I honestly, I am whatever bougie means. I'm like quiet, sitting, client, very
Shadow.
respectful. I'm just saying. And I keep thinking to myself, here's the other thing. And people may not understand this, but it matters. I am mixed race. I am Anglo. I have Anglo features. Do you know the differences when you are a black woman who is black, African American, dark skin? It's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
Don't get me started.
And I know it's hard. I know it's hard to even hear that because most people who are listening are like, I would never do that. And I get it. I get it. Most white people who are good and decent, honest people would never treat me differently than they would anyone else. But other people would. And they do. People in authority, because racism is deep. It's not something we're aware of. It's deep. It's ingrained. It's so in us. It's like me not realizing I'm not being okay with calling people you guys and not realizing that that might be offending people. And you might think that's trivial, but it's not. It matters. It's verbiage, but it matters. We need to do better. We need to grow, be smarter, be better people. And that's what I want. That's what all about the joy is. All about the joy is about realizing where we're at and where we can be, who we can be.
My wife said, born and raised in LA, and saw my family members be harassed and young girls be assaulted by cops and young men be accused of being gang members, and no one believed it.
That's right.
So,
Look at what Jesse just said. Look at what Jesse just said. That's the truth.
yeah,
Look what happened. What just
to
happened
Terrell.
to Terrell Davis. His interview with his wife was powerful and sad. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Here's the thing. I have faith in our country. I have faith in people. I have faith in white people. I have faith in black people and Latino people. I love who we can be. I'm always hoping that we are better than what we keep presenting in this day and age. And my book, Canela, I'm not trying to tell anyone to buy it. I will send it to you if you want to go on the contact page and just tell me what your address is. I will send it to you. My whole book is about white people who stepped up and did the right motherfucking thing. You know what I mean? This isn't about me being hateful. It's about me letting you know that we can be better and that there actually is a problem. Etienne said, having a friend who works as a researcher for CNN, cop kills anyone other than a black person does not make the news. The stories come in and get thrown out. Media needs stories that sell in order to sell advertising. Hey, Etienne, I'm all for that, but I honestly will tell you there are not stories of white people being killed as Black people are being killed. I'm telling you right now, I get every day from Los Angeles because I am a Black woman who lives in Los Angeles. I get there. You can go anywhere in the city, anywhere in any country. I mean, not any country, any state. You can go to your local, your local police department and get the news reports of who are criminals, who are people living in your neighborhood, who are sex offenders. I get that shit. And you know what I never see? Anything about white people being killed by Black people. Not here in the town that I live. Never, not once. You can do that in your own state. So it's not a news thing. And I'm not saying it never happens. I'm saying that what you're stating right now, which is this kind of balance of like only Black people get seen on television because is not true. You're incorrect. Wherever you live, go to your police department, go to their website, and get your news alerts. I promise you, you will not see the equivalent of Black people versus white people getting in situations. I promise you. It's just not where we're at as a society. Okay, we are at 2 hours, 39 minutes. And I feel like we've gone down a rabbit hole that I think was necessary. I think it was okay. Are you guys upset or anything?
I'm furious.
Really?
No, I'm playing.
Why?
No, I,
Well, I have to get up early.
she's like, it's late over here where I am. It's
It's
10.
11:30.
It's
Cynthia,
11:30.
I'm so sorry. You know you can leave at any time. I'm sorry. You could just, did you
tired.
text me and I didn't see it?
She TYED. She tired.
Me too.
Girl, thank you so much. Listen, everyone, I appreciate you.
Rick
I'm glad
too.
we had this conversation. I'm sorry. I know we don't usually talk about politics, but I think it was necessary this week. Thank you for following All About Joy, and we'll see you all again next week. Bye, everyone.